Got out wide, looks like is that 1?
Yep.
Yeah, 1's your single back, 34 is full back. Looks like 11 is tailback, 3 is your slot. Actually, that's 24 is their tailback.
Okay. Just give me the numbers and
We ready to go live? Are we up? Welcome to Redskin Field. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson in the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show, and we are coming to you live. This is going to be a little bit unique situation tonight, Dustin. We are going to come to you live from the stands. It's been about 3 years since we've had to do this. Back at the Colgate-Davis game about 3 years ago, we also broadcast live from the stands. So it'll be a little bit unique experience. You guys will probably get to hear a little bit more than what you usually do just because of the crowd around us. So it'll be a unique experience. Dustin, what do you think about tonight?
Well, Kingston has been, very gracious in welcoming us here as usual. Not allowing us access to the home press box. So we're going to give you a little bit of Davis-Kingston history here tonight. Currently, Davis leads this series 32-5.
32-5 is pretty dominant, and that's probably not the most dominant statistic. The most dominant statistic is actually how many consecutive times the Wolves have actually beat Kingston, except last year.
Yeah, prior to last year's loss, the Wolves had won 29 straight over the Redskins,
which is also the school record for consecutive wins versus one opponent. So, had we had the Kingston Redskin number for quite a while. Kingston was able to get another win last year, and we're looking to kind of stop that trend this evening.
As far as playoffs go, the matchup is tied. There's only been 2 times these two teams have played in the playoffs. First in 1986 with a Davis win, and then in 1988 with a Kingston win.
So again, first game of the district season. First 3 games behind us. Last game against Heritage Hall got 1 quarter in before it was called by rain, but I think most people would probably agree that the 1 quarter we saw, there was some real positive momentum that was kind of gained from that game.
Yeah, we did. We kind of, we were playing good on defense and gave up a big play to get Heritage Hall on the board. But after that, we seemed like we settled down. The offense kind of took control and used up the majority of that first quarter and had kind of turned the tide whenever we got the weather.
Only had 2 possessions there in the first quarter, but Davis moved the ball well both possessions. The rain was called, and when the game was called, at the beginning of the second quarter, Davis was actually on the Heritage Hall 25-yard line, so around 23, 25, right in that range. So. Had moved down the field, good offensive drive, a lot of momentum. I know the Davis coaches were excited about the progress they had made and kind of where they were going. I think they were a little bit disappointed they weren't able to play, get a little bit more in. I know we actually waited, from the point the first quarter ended all the way to the point where they decided to call the game. They didn't decide to call the game till after 9 o'clock.
Yes.
So, I know Heritage Hall wanted to play, Davis wanted to play. We wanted that opportunity, but unfortunately, the Mother Nature didn't cooperate that evening.
Yeah, and unfortunately that may be, it's hard to tell, but for the foreseeable future, that's probably the last time that those 2 programs are going to meet. They've got a great history, those 2 programs, a lot of success. Heritage Hall, traditionally in a higher class, but both those programs.
Strange ending to the season or to the series, though. Because again, although the score was 7-0, there was no winner or loser in that game. So if you look at Davis currently is 0-2 on the season. That wasn't a loss; it was a no contest where both teams agreed to. Not to finish the game, a non-district game, so it didn't count towards district or playoff standings. Just kind of decided to call it good, go on. So it's almost like a scrimmage. So we've got the Kingston band now out on the field. Looks like they're about to do the national anthem. So we'll see what's going on here. We'll we will stop when they start broadcasting or when they start playing here. So we'll broadcast until that time. Again, coming from the stands this evening, it's going to be a little bit different opportunity. So looks like a lot of people around us may be scared to sit by us this evening. So they don't want to be on the microphone, and I don't blame them because most of the time I don't want to be either. So, but again, coming to you live from Kingston, 13:03 to go before the kickoff. Davis at Kingston. Opening.
Kingston is ranked number 10, I believe, in some polls, well, at least one that I've seen.
2-1 on the year. The one loss coming to last year's 2A state champion, the Sperry. I want to say Sperry. I don't want to say Ironmen, but that's what seems most likely. But Sperry last year, the surprise state champion in 2A. I think everybody else. I know they were picked in the top 5 for most of the year, but I don't think anybody actually predicted them to win it. I think everybody's pick was probably Millwood or some of the other top 3 teams. So it was a little bit of a surprise that they were the ones that ended up coming through and winning.
And we'll give you so far this year, Kingston has played Hugo. They beat Hugo 44-21. That was at home. They played Atoka at home. That score is 28-0. And then, as Brad mentioned last week, they were away at the defending state champ Sperry and lost 37-15.
Kingston last year was able to make the quarterfinals of the playoffs, got beat by Beggs, who also made the state championship game. So last year, 2 of Kingston's losses were to Sperry and to Beggs, who was the state runner-up and state champion in 2A. So again, anything you expect out of tonight's game?
Well, you did tell me a little bit. We may have a few wrinkles up our sleeve. Davis traditionally keeps a pretty tight playbook until about halfway through the season. We've got a new offensive coordinator calling the plays this year, and so far it's been pretty traditional. So we'll see. You talked about possibly some new formations.
I think you'll see some different formations. I also think the game plan last week versus Heritage Hall was to continue to play not only Dulaney at quarterback, but I thought in talking to some of the coaches, I think the object was also to get Hammonds some series as well to kind of give them a different look. I expect both of them to play tonight. I expect both of them to play well, but I do think you're going to see some things that may look a little different to a lot of Davis fans. Whether we ran some pistol over the years, and I expect to see some pistol. Predominantly, we will run out of the pistol, but it gives us a little more option as far as throwing the ball.
I'm sure they're playing a little bit more to Mr. Delaney's strengths. Sure. Some of the things that he does well. And again, that young man has had to step in here. Was not the starter at the beginning of the season, and we did talk to. I did talk to Cole Martin's both of his parents today, and they said the prognosis is looking good. I've heard the number kicked around, and maybe we're at 5 weeks.
And if you would have asked me during the season, after Cole got hurt, if he was going to be able to return this season, I would have probably said no.
It's doubtful, yeah.
And again, there can always be setbacks and things like that happen, but at least for now, the prognosis is very positive, very, very positive for Cole. Looks like we are going to rise real quick and take a break, and we will. You're listening live from Kingston stands, from the Kingston field, the visitor stands. This is Dustin Johnson and Brad Bentley at the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. So, Dustin, we are back. About 8:06 to go here before the kickoff. Again, we're coming to you live from the visitor stands at Kingston this evening. So, guys, we would be remiss if we didn't at least talk about our sponsors this evening. We've got lots of people that help bring this broadcast, and I expect a lot of people are going to be participating or watching from home tonight. Again, Kingston's probably our longest drive of the year, so, I always expect it. And, again, the opening of the district season, important game, two pretty traditional rivals here.
Yeah, and that's surprising considered the lopsidedness of the series. I mean, there just always seems to be a little bit extra in it, in the Wolves' tank when we come play Kingston.
Well, and I think a lot of that goes all the way back to the last state championship game. I know you and I have talked about it before. It's still one of the more entertaining games that I was able to participate in and watch. I know you were as well. That year, Kingston came into the game undefeated. Davis came into the game undefeated. There was a fireworks show before the game. There was a great sign that was meeting the Davis team and fans as they arrived that said, "Kiss the winning streak goodbye."
Oh, yeah. Kingston's very aware of that winning streak, and they did, end up getting a win, in this series.
They did break the streak.
Yep,
that is true.
But it wasn't that year.
But hopefully let's see if we can't start a new one. Maybe this year, get back on the winning side here. Again, it's been a very one-sided rivalry.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think the Wolves have got a lot of confidence from last week. Again, we weren't able to finish a half or even, see as we went throughout the game, some things we would like to see. But I see progression in our kids, and I see some kids getting some playing time, or we're still rotating lots of kids through there. So, again, this is kind of where the real season starts. This is district. We knew our schedule was loaded real heavy with, hitters at the beginning of the season. And I think our kids have got, still got a great attitude. We realize that those preseason games are, don't mean a whole lot. Of course it means something. We want to win them all. But, my goodness, what a murderer's row. I mean, I know some people may have been a little bit surprised to see, Lone Grove pull off the win early in the season, but I do know that they are ranked in the top 10 now in 3A. And then, of course, our traditional county rival there with Sulphur, and then, Heritage Hall. I think, our kids have learned from those losses. We've made mistakes, and hopefully we've corrected them, and we're going to see some of the fruits of that labor tonight, I hope. I really think that there's probably, I don't know, throughout the state of Oklahoma, there's probably a lot of people looking at that Davis record and what we did last year and are probably not putting a lot of confidence into this game. But I think we're going to play well, and I tell you what, if we can pull out a win here, that would be a great way to start off our district.
One thing that I at least found interesting, the last time we had an 0-3 start, and again with the Heritage Hall game at this point really being a no contest where there was a win nor a loss, but the last time we actually started 0-3 was 1973. So it's been a while since we've started off a little bit slow. I do expect I've seen progression each week.
And I'm telling you, part of that's the strength of our schedule. I'm telling you what, I don't know. Sulphur's always tough. We've played Sulphur forever. I remember playing some really good Ringling teams early in the season. We've played Blanchards. We've played Tuttles. I really think that the Wolves over the last, with the success that we've had since the turn of the century, we started scheduling up. It was really hard to find Class A and Class 2A teams. We traditionally played Wynnewood forever, and then they kind of went through a spell where they were down, and Wynnewood wanted to take some time off and regroup, and I think we might have them back on the schedule in the coming years, which will be exciting. With the loss of Heritage Hall, we may be picking up Wynnewood again, and I love that. They're close, their program's back on their feet again, and I tell you what, there's been some of the most exciting games. The Davis-Sulphur game's always exciting. They're a rival, but Sulphur was always, generally in 3A.
I'll tell you.
But the Davis-Wynnewood rivalry was about as as tough as any there was,
and
they've had as much success as we've had.
For this guy, I know that I'm a little younger than you, not much, but for me, it was from an outsider looking in, it was always Davis Wynnewood, always.
Really?
One of them, and was the team to beat in 2A, and there for a period of time, it was one or the other that won it several years in a row there. So
yeah, Wynnewood's got a lot of tradition and history too.
I'm really looking forward to having that team back on the schedule. And not that I haven't enjoyed the Heritage Hall season, I have. Heritage Hall series, I have.
Oh, my gosh. When you just talk about, legendary, memorable, traditional, big games for Davis, win or lose, you're going to talk about Heritage Hall, you're going to talk about Wynnewood.
You bet. So again, Kingston still in the district. There has really kind of became one of the marquee games, both Kingston and Lindsay, the last couple years, and I expect the same thing this year. We talked about Murderers Row. Next week, we've got homecoming at home, and it does not get any easier because next week we've got Lindsay at home. So, again, we're looking at last year's district champion and last year's district runner-up, the first two games of district in 2019. So, again, it's going to be very challenging. I do think the boys are up to it, and we'll see what we can deliver this evening.
Yeah, you got to come with your A game every week. Nobody's going to take it easy on the Davis Wolves.
Nope.
Everybody still is going to, put up their best game against us, and we have to play I won't say mistake-free football, because every football game, generally the team that comes out victorious is the team that makes the least mistakes. There's mistakes made every play. You just have to, limit them and limit the damage that they cause. Just like always, hold on to the football.
Yeah, I need one.
No turnovers.
Sherry's getting it.
Limit
That's
the
why
penalties. Play solid football. Play good for 3 downs. Get our offense in some good field position and score some points.
So the Wolves are in the north end zone, getting ready to take the field here. Minute 34 to go before kickoff. Got both bands on the field. Got the cheerleaders for both teams on the field. We're about to get this one going. And here are your Davis Wolves. So the captains for Davis were on the field a little bit earlier. I did not see who those young men were. Did you happen to see who that was, Dustin?
I think I heard. We had for sure we had Justin Ross. Wasn't sure who else. May have been Connor Webb, and possibly
or as the Kingston announcer called him Copper Webb.
Copper Webb, and could have been number 81, Tate Ward.
I believe that's right.
And if I heard the announcer right, we were kind of busy talking, but I believe maybe, well, let's just wait and see. I heard say Kingston may have won the toss and possibly deferred. We'll see.
So if we start off with the ball, I'd like to see a long extended drive right here.
I want to see points. I don't care
I
if it's a long extended drive.
Well, I definitely want to see points as well, but I want to see us kind of set the tempo of what we want to see the rest of the game.
Again, waiting for Kingston to come out onto the field. Clock is ticking down the final few seconds. The officials are taking their positions, and I'm sure we'll get the smoke and mirror show here.
I was going to say, it looks like Kingston is lined up in their helmet/smoke tower, and they are going to now take the field. Looks like they're going to I thought they were going to walk onto the field, but it looks like they're going to run out now. They've got the Oklahoma flag and the American flag, which I always think is kind of classy to include. Pretty night for football. Beautiful weather.
Oh, great. Yeah. Hey, I might be glad we're outside.
Yeah, exactly. Got a nice little breeze. Good weather for sure.
Yep. All right, Davis Wolves fans, it is kickoff time. This is your district opener, the Davis Wolves against the Kingston Redskins.
So, again, maybe a little bit different broadcast this evening, coming to you live from the visitor stands instead of one of the press boxes. So there may be some more ambient noise and things like that to be aware of.
Davis Wolves, as you can see, are going to kick the football off tonight. Kingston may have won the toss and elected to receive.
Well, I know if warm-ups are any indication, and what I've seen in the early games is, Kingston is a pretty balanced offense. Looks like they like to throw the ball. They're good at throwing the ball. They've got several different receivers. They've got a couple good running backs up front. They are large, but not. I would think we actually match up fairly well with them up front.
Yeah, we did see a lot of wide receiver screen,
a lot of bubble stuff.
Exactly.
A lot of passing formations, but again, it's warm up. So let's see what happens in the game. I would expect them to probably try and at least establish the run. So set to kick for the Wolves. It looks like it's going to be number 10, Parker. And that's going to be actually...
You're right. Dane.
Yep, Dane Parker. The ball is up. The ball's going to hit about the
25.
He's got a good return right there. Had a pretty good lane there. It's shut quickly.
Yeah,
15 Bergson on the tackle.
And that was number 1, Colton Robinson. He's a wide receiver, defensive back there for Kingston. Young man looked like he had some moves.
So about a 20-yard return is what they had on that. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Redskins. Ball is going to be placed on the 44-yard line.
And again, Kingston's bringing 3 receivers here to the visitor side.
So we've got trips to the near side of the field. Single back lined up in the shotgun formation next to the quarterback. They do look to throw the ball.
Curl route, 5 yards. Caught at 5, and that was number 40, your nose guard, making the play there about 15 yards down the field.
So threw the ball underneath the trips formation there. The cornerback went with the wide receiver that was on the fly, kind of left that underneath the guy open. He's able to pick up a first down. Bring up another 1st and 10. The ball's now going to be spotted. It looks like it's going to be spotted about the, I'll tell you what, it's
40,
it's
38.
It's hard to,
Kingston come back with a run, fullback up the middle, stopped immediately there by number 22, Drew Parks.
And also number 40, Cooper Webb, in on that one. Nice job that time playing the run.
Yeah, and on that first play, without Davis manning up, I mean, we basically had one, defender over here. That's going to be something that we're going to have to try to limit.
So again, the ball's going to be 2nd down now at the 38-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Twins to the right.
I formation this
Quarterback
time.
under center. Tailback.
Tailback gets the handoff. He falls forward, is able to pick up the first down. Well, I say he picks up the first down. Looking at the first of the sticks, it's going to be 3rd down.
A little bit of a lower angle here.
I'll tell you what, and I've got the band individual directly in front of that placement, so it's a little hard to make out where it was at. But it's going to be they've still got it listed as 3rd.
It's going to be 3rd and about
7.
Yeah, 7. Come on, defense, help us out now.
At the 34-yard line, man goes in motion, still in the I formation. Goes a quick pitch to number 24.
Make that tackle.
24 makes the first 2 men.
Good job.
Good job that time. Makes the first 2 guys miss, but the host
Cooper
of
Webb,
defenders.
Cooper Webb was the first one to get hands on him and actually got up and finished the play. Made the tackle. He got some help, but he did get up and finish that play. Good effort there by number 40.
So it's going to bring up 4th down. They've got it as about a 4th and 2 at the 30-yard line.
I expect Kingston to go for it here. There's no reason not to.
They've got a single receiver split to each side with a wing on the near side.
Yeah,
and it looks like we have jumped. So there we go.
I think they may have moved.
No, I'm saying they jumped is what I should have said.
Good.
I apologize, but yep. Saw the guard come up, and then it's going to move it back.
And I'm not sure that's going to change their.
No, I think they'll still go for it. It's just going to be a 4th and 7 now.
Let's see, bringing in a couple extra guys off the sidelines, number 7 and number 25. That's Tyler Blanchard and number 25, Connor Short.
Connor Short is my college roommate's son, so shout out to J.R. Short and his family.
4th and 7. Know where the first down marker is. Waggle.
They look to throw the
deep.
ball.
Quarterback's looking over the field.
I'll tell you what, I don't know that he caught that. They're going to give it to him, but I thought I saw that bounce. they're gonna count it as a completion here and a first down. Like you said, it looked to me like it was an awfully close play, but I thought that hit the turf.
Quarterback did a good job. He actually kind of was looking downfield. He may have went to a second or a third receiver there. Good poise by the quarterback from Kingston.
Anyway, it works. It's going to bring up a 1st and 10 now. Kingston for the first time is in the PT Central red zone. Handoff goes to the fullback this time. There's a flag at the line of scrimmage, but the fullback is still running, and he is able to get into the end zone. But this one, they threw that flag right at the line of scrimmage, so this one's going back for a hold. I don't think the Kingston announcer realized that, though, because he got real excited on that call, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's going to be backed up. So, again,
flag or no flag, we've got to play defense. That young man made a pretty good run.
He did. He made a couple people miss, kicked the ball back on the outside, and just gets to the end zone.
That's number 34, Tanner Showalter.
So the ball is going to be moved back to the 30-yard line now. Still first, and now it is 1st and 20. And again, they went from inside the PT Central red zone to now outside the PT Central red zone. So we've got trips to the near side of the field, shotgun formation, single back to lined up directly next to the quarterback.
Pass.
They're going to put the ball in the air. He's going to go deep. Talaferro in coverage there. I'll tell you what.
That should be.
That should have been. It looked like a little offensive pass interference. Talaferro had pretty good position on that. Nice play on the ball. Just able to come up with the ball again. Looked like you got a little push in the back. I don't know that it was anything that big that they're going to call that. But but a good positioning by Talaferro. Good job playing the ball.
Kind of an odd pass there. The quarterback basically just threw it straight up in the air.
Ugly pass.
Yeah. Not sure if that. I would hope that was intentional.
So that's going to bring up. It's going to bring up 2nd down now. Again, still 20 yards to go. Ball at the 30-yard line.
Quarterback back to pass again, getting rushed.
This time he runs a screen out to 34. Good positioning again by Talaferro right there. They're able to pick up a little bit of yardage, but not a lot.
Yeah, the quarterback was backpedaling so far. It looked like he did pick up a lot, but it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 15. I mean, they're in 4-down territory. I don't know what kind of kicking game they've got, but the Davis defense is playing pretty well.
So they're back within the PT Central red zone. Again, they've been there twice on this one drive. They were in it, got knocked back out of it due to penalty, and now they're back in it. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long. Obviously, they are in 4-down territory. So trips are now to the far side of the field.
We've been able to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback. Like to see if we can do it again.
Quarterback's going to drop back to pass. He looks across the middle. Bad pass. And I'll tell you what, we almost came up with that interception there.
Yeah.
Really nicely played that time by number 20, Parker.
10
and 20 is, which Parker is that?
20 is Dane. Was that Dane?
Okay. Again, nice job that time by the defense. Again, set up a 4th and long. Now, this is kind of where we were at in that position against Heritage Hall last week, and let's see if we have learned from that mistake. I think we will have. We've got twin receivers to each side, shotgun formation with a receiver lined up next to him. He is looking to throw the ball down the field on a fly, just unable to get the ball to him.
Good job. Hey, I was watching every receiver that time. We had a man within 2 yards of all of them. Very good defense. I think that comes from your scouting report right there. We kind of did a good job. We were able to get pressure on the quarterback on this first drive, and nice. I want to see what our offense has.
So that 10-play drive resulted in a turnover on downs to the Davis Wolves. Wolves are going to take over now at the 30-yard line. Be Davis's first possession. The Wolves line up this time. They are lined up in the flex bone. Talaferro goes in motion. Handoff goes directly. It was quarterback kept that time.
Yep,
it looked like I thought they ran the dive, but Dulaney at quarterback there with the keep for a short gain.
Stop there by linebacker number 33, Brandon Watson.
So it's going to bring up, looks like a gain of about 2 there. So it's going to bring up about 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and Kingston's bringing everybody. They had only had one man more than about 5 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Which that works unless you break the line of scrimmage. You break the line of scrimmage, you got a lot of running room.
Kingston's moving their people around, personnel around. Looks like we're going to run.
This time handoff goes to number 10, Trey Parker. Parker's brought down, minimal gain that time.
Well, I tell you what, they had a lot of defensive penetration right then.
But you are right. There wasn't a man on defense that wasn't within 10 yards of the play. So they have brought everything within the box and said, you're going to have to beat us over the top.
Yep, show me. 3rd and 10 for the Wolves. There's 6 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Ball's at the 25-yard line, the Wolves 25. Again, score is 0-0, first quarter. Kickoff to the district play. So the Wolves line up back in the flexbone formation with Parks as the single back, 2 wings. Quick pitch goes to 31, and he is met in the backfield. They had scouted that, and it was no chance of that one. There is a flag down, but I think the flag is going to be on the Wolves. We'll see what they call here. Looks like they are going to call. They are going to call a little illegal motion, I believe.
Okay.
So,
number 31, Colt McGahey on that carry.
And the on the play, it was a loss. So we'll see if they accept the penalty or if they. Looks like they are going to deny the penalty and call it 4th down now. So ball's at the 19-yard line. The Wolves come out to punt. Number 8.
And number 1, Colton Robinson back deep for Kingston. And you said number 8.
It's a bad snap over the head. He is able to get it off. Nice recovery.
Cover!
So a nice bounce. It's going to go across midfield in what could have almost been a disaster.
Good job. Good job by our punter there. That's Diego.
Yeah, I was thinking it was number 8.
No, that's 6. That
is
Diego
6.
Moore.
Okay.
He's our punter.
I'll tell you what, went over his head, went into the end zone. He's able to run the ball down and kind of quick kick it off. Takes a nice bounce. It's going to end up on the Kingston side of the field at about the 47, 48-yard line. But I'll tell you what, that could have been disaster, and it turned out to be a pretty nice little punt.
Yeah. A bad play is 2 points. The worst plays, them recovering in the end zone or something for 7, and then we were able to get the ball out to midfield.
So Kingston starts their second drive at the 47-yard line. Handoff this time goes to the tailback. Tailback is able to pick up about 5 yards before he's hitting the second level there. He's brought down this time by number 59, Claxton, and also number 20, Parker. Which 20 is Trey. Every time I look at 10 and 20, I keep thinking it's a Parker, but which one is it?
Yep.
So again, Kingston is now on the Davis side of the field. 2nd and 3 from the 45-yard line.
Kingston 2 receivers to the home side. Backfield.
Handoff goes to the up back, 34. And I'll tell you what, that 34, he's had a couple nice runs here in the first half.
Yeah.
Kind of squirted through there.
Yeah, the linemen were kind of
down.
hooked up, and we didn't have a linebacker fill the hole right there, and he kind of lunged forward for the first down.
So Kingston, 1st and 10 now at the Davis 40-yard line. 4:41 to go here in the first quarter. Score is tied 0-0. So Kingston, quarterback now under center, I formation with the single back to the the far side of the field. Handoff goes to the tailback this time. Tailback's met. Nice job that time by the defense. Minimal gain or no gain.
Yeah, somebody stuffed an offensive lineman over there, and the running back there, number 24, basically just ran right into the back of his offensive lineman.
So that looked like that was Dane Parker in on the tackle.
I don't know if it was Webb over there or Billy playing those guards.
Somebody definitely shut that down.
Somebody.
So 2nd and 9 now from the 39-yard line for the Redskins. Line up with 2 receivers to one side, single receiver to one, shotgun formation. This time it's going to be a quarterback keep. He's looking to kick the ball outside, and he's got a little bit of room.
25 on 7 there, clip there on our corner, but
do not see a flag, so it does not look like they're going to call it, but it's going to bring up a 1st and 10. He's able to pick up the first down and some. Tanner Claxton in on the tackle.
Number 4, Tough Hammond's out there playing safety. I think I was also seeing there Lathan Dickinson. comes to this side in kind of a defensive end monster position. Kingston quick pitch
to the tailback this time.
Come up. Got to have somebody fill. Good job.
Tell you what, good job that time stringing out the play by number 8.
Just missed Mr. Dickinson, and he did a good job there.
Yeah, did a good job stringing the ball out, coming up with the tackle, got off his block. That's exactly what we want to see. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Ball's placed at the 23-yard line now. Kingston back under center, I formation, single receiver to each side. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback again is met directly in the hole. Nice job that time. Justin Ross just kind of blew up the offensive tackle.
50
able
down
to shed
low,
the block.
22. Yep. Drew Parks up high.
That's how you draw that play up defensively.
Yes. Again, it looked like we kind of had a little bit of a pinch motion going on there. May have been bringing the linebackers at the snap.
So no gain. 3rd and 6 now from the actually, they're going to call it 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line.
A lot of green grass out here for number 25. Don't give away the slant.
So this time, fake the quick pitch. They look to go back with the throw. Quarterback doesn't see anything, and he's going to run out of bounds after a minimal gain. So here we go. This is going to bring up 4th down now. 4th and 4. The ball is at the 21-yard line. This is going to be the second 4th down play, second series of Kingston.
4th and 4. We need a defensive stand right here.
Here we go. 2:04 to go in the first quarter, 0-0. Davis with another big defensive stand right here. We need to see Kingston comes out in a trips formation, shotgun formation, and we have got a timeout called here by Kingston.
2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Score 0-0.
So with Kingston taking a timeout, we will also take a timeout. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson, and we are coming to you live from Kingston. We'll be back.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
Okay, we are back at 2:04 to go in the first quarter. Davis and Kingston deadlocked in a 0-0 tie. Kingston currently driving. The ball is at the 21-yard line, and we need a big Davis Wolves stand right here on 4th and 4. It's a big down right here. Davis already able to stop one 4th down on this previous series and looking to do it a second time this evening.
Yep, 4th and 4. You might turn down your TV or your computer, however you're listening, because I'm fixing to get loud if we make this stop.
Understand. So it's bunch formation. Tell you what, we've got a flag. It looks like two guys have see what they called here. Yeah. So
call that on Kingston?
Kingston, it looked like an illegal motion. It looked like they put two guys, 7 in motion. Another guy moved at the same time. So the ball's going to get moved back again. So what was a 4th and 4 is going to be moved back to a longer 4th down conversion attempt.
Yep, 4th and a long 9.
So now 4th and 9 from the 26-yard line. Kingston's 9th play of the drive.
3 receivers to this side. We need to get some pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback looks like option. Nobody's taking the quarterback. Can we stop him before he...
So it looked like... So quarterback that time, quarterback rolled out in option. It looked like our defenders got caught in the trash in the middle of the field. He's able to kick the ball outside and able to actually run down that 26-yard touchdown. So 26-yard TD run for the quarterback that time for Kingston. And Kingston strikes first, now leading 6-0 with 1:55 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, option left, and it looked like just kind of dominoes. One block after another that quarterback needed, he got around the left side to get it in the end zone.
So Kingston lines up to kick the extra point. Kick is up. And the kick is good. With 1:55 to go, Kingston now leads 7-0. So the Mack trailer scoring recap there, 9 plays, total of 52 yards. The big play there, the 26-yard TD run on 4th and 9 by the quarterback. So again, did a good job the first 3 downs, just kind of give up what we didn't need to give up there on the 4th down. So again,
yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if we on the backside were one-on-one looking at receivers and not paying attention to the football, or we just didn't seem to have any feel from linebackers or secondary position. And again, like they just kind of picked up one block after another and led him straight to the end zone.
So the Wolves about to start their second offensive series of the game. First series resulted in that 3 and out, so we need to get a little bit going here offensively. So back deep for the Wolves, number 7, Talaferro.
Up backs of 31 McGahey and 13 man.
So again, 1:55 to go in the first quarter. Kingston currently leading 7-0. Lining up to kick for the Redskins is Connor Short, number 25.
Kind of a tight formation, going to kick the ball to the home stands there.
It's going to be a low squib kick. There is a flag thrown, so it looks like they're going to back him up, and we'll see if we'll have them re-kick the ball now. I'll tell you what, they're probably like to re-kick it because it wasn't kind of a low squib there.
And as a return man, if you can field that, you like that because it doesn't give enough time for the kick team to get down in their coverage.
So the Wolves are going to move up to about the 45, their front line. And the Kingston lines up to re-kick. Short again kicking. Another kind of squib kick.
Pick it up.
This time it's fielded by number 13. Not a whole lot of room to run there. It looks like he's going to be down at about the 38-yard line. So it'll be Davis's second possession.
Linemen are going to have to communicate, come off the ball, stay low.
13 was Zach Mann there on the return. 6'2",
sustain some blocks. We need to make some positive yards here on this possession.
6'1", 162-pound senior. So the Wolves' second possession here. Going to line up in the traditional wishbone full house backfield. Parks the up back this time.
Look at Kingston bringing everybody up.
Dulaney that time fakes the dive, and again, there we go. Nice play that time by the Kingston defense. Just kind of lose their composure, and after the play is long since dead, they throw the Davis quarterback down. It's going to be a 15-yard personal foul there.
Oh, he kind of just gave him a push. He didn't get him on the ground.
He did. Yeah.
Well, he didn't get him on the ground. Good job, Colin. But we got to do a better job blocking. Kingston is selling out, bringing everybody. We're going to have to, at some point, drop
have to take the top
a tight
off.
End over the top, a wing back. And it wouldn't even have to be for 30 yards. We need to get maybe 10 yards.
Because until they respect what we're doing offensively, they're not going to move back. They're going to continue to crowd the line of scrimmage. So again, the ball is now going to be moved on Kingston's side of the field for the first time this game. Sounds like the Kingston fans aren't real excited about that call, but I'll tell you what, that one was pretty obvious.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's just some typical Davis-Kingston stuff there.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Wolves. The ball is going to be at the kind of fight forward with the ball, but he looked like he lost the ball.
That was before the whistle if they give it to us. Yes.
So it looks like they are going to give the ball back on the –
good job, defense. That's what I'm talking about.
So 34 there, trying to fight for some extra yards. Cost the ball up, and the Davis offense is going to be back on the field. So 47 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Kingston currently leading 7-0. Davis now with the 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line. The Wolves line up in a traditional full house wishbone backfield. Looked like we went a little bit early that time. The tight end jumped a little bit early, and it's going to move us back.
Yeah, when we move that tight end over, Kingston automatically responds by bringing that safety up to the line of scrimmage. They feel like it's going to be, run heavy to the strong side.
And we've been pretty consistent about running that. So
yeah, I mean they're gambling. That's what they're, they're playing defense. They're playing the odds. They're playing the tendencies. And when it's kind of a passing situation, they're leaving somebody back. And then when it's a run heavy down, they're bringing the house.
So 1st and 15 now from the 24-yard line. Dulaney at quarterback. Handoff goes this time to Webb. Webb's got some room to run. Webb at the 40, gets to the 50. It looked like he was almost hit out of bounds. Nice run that time, though, by Webb.
I tell you what, the young man that tackled him, number 32, didn't know which direction he was going when he got up.
No, he didn't want to make that tackle either, but he had to. So Webb takes the ball in that handoff, a little dive play there, takes the ball from the 24-yard line all the way to midfield now, and it's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line now. So midfield for the Wolves. Looking to put the ball in the on the Kingston side of the field for the second time this evening. Dulaney under center. Full house lines up behind him. Handoff this time goes to the tailback, and now he just had nowhere to go that time. We got beat up front, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got to block. I tell you what, they're going to blitz. We're going to pop one through every now and then. You got to just, it still comes down to being able to block and give your running back a crease.
Number 20, Trey Parker there on the carry, and he just had nowhere to get going. And that's going to bring to close the first quarter. Kind of a mixed bag for the Wolves. Sometimes played very well defensively. Gave up the one touchdown. Currently lead 7-0 at the start of the second quarter. The Wolves at midfield. It's going to bring up second down from midfield.
Again, we've got a little bit of momentum. We need to keep it going, but you've got to, it comes down to blocking and tackling. Kingston's defense is just being a little bit more aggressive right now. Again, they're bringing all the linemen, bringing the linebackers, and they're, they don't have anything to fear downfield right now.
Nope. And they're winning the line of scrimmage where we can't afford for them to win. If they're going to put everybody in the box, we're going to have to spring something. And the only way to do that's to, if we can get past that initial level, there's going to be plays to be made. The one good thing about a run-heavy offense is, eventually those holes start to open, and maybe that's what we will see in this game as well.
Yeah. And we're going to have to be a little bit more unpredictable, with the plays. The quick pitch is something we know that, maybe 2nd and 7 that, we're going to try. So we're going to have to mix it up. And, again, Kingston's defense right now is just kind of getting after it. We're going to have to help ourselves with some play calling and put it together, get a first down.
So the Wolves come back out in the flex bone. Talaferro fakes going in motion. They're looking to throw the ball to Talaferro over the top. I'll tell you what, quarterback got hit, but it is an interception. Kingston trying to move the ball upfield. The ball gets a little bit past half court. I don't know if we gave up on the route a little bit too early there. It looked like that's kind of what happened. Quarterback got hit after the ball was released. I thought they were going to call that for a roughing.
Yeah.
The officials they're talking on the field, but I have not seen a flag down, so I'm assuming this is going to be Kingston ball from about midfield after the interception.
And we were doing, we called a play that we kind of had talked about. We were trying to hit, something kind of there on the wing, just past the linebackers, and kind of tossed the ball up there, lost sight of the ball. The receiver never saw the ball. Some of those you're just going to have to put right between his numbers instead of throwing it up in the air like that.
So it looks like they're going to mark off a penalty. I'm not sure what the penalty was there, but they're like I said, I have not seen a flag, but they're going to.
I haven't seen a signal.
I see Coach Parker on the field arguing the call right now, but I'm not sure what they're calling. Again, I didn't see a flag on the play, so it's going to bring up 1st and 10 for Kingston now after the interception. Ball's going to be at the 33-yard line, the Wolves' 33-yard line. They are looking to throw the ball.
Halfback pass.
It is not open.
Get the football.
Played very well that time by the defense, both the defensive backs and the pressure up front.
Yes.
Ross in on the tackle.
He looked to throw it, though. He was looking to going for the end zone.
So Kingston tried the trickery there with the halfback pass. Halfback looking to throw the ball downfield. It was covered very well, so the halfback ended up just tucking the ball and trying to pick up something. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13 now. So the Wolves now in the pistol formation, or actually the I formation for the first time. Kingston.
Kingston, yep.
Good run that time by the Kingston tailback. Just came straight out of the I. Handoff goes to him. Tell you what, I got confused there by the reds and whites there for a second, didn't I? So after a 2nd and long, they're going to pick up the 1st and 10. Ball is going to be placed at around, it looks like they're going to place it around the 20, I want to say that's around the 23-yard line, 22-yard line.
Got to stiffen up here. Field's getting shorter, kind of limits their play calling opportunities. We got to play tough.
So Kingston back in the I formation. Number 3 goes in motion. Handoff goes to the up back. Up back on a short carry. Short gain that time, about 2 yards.
Yeah, looked like number 8, Lathan Dickinson there, crashing down from kind of his defensive end monster position, making the tackle.
Dickinson definitely in on the tackle there. So the ball is now within the PT Central red zone at the 17-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5. 10-11 to go here in the second quarter. The Wolves currently trailing the Redskins 7-0. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback's hitting the backfield. Makes the first man miss, but unable to make the second man
10.
miss.
Dane Parker was the first one in there, and the next one may have been.
It was Ross, I
believe. Was it Ross or 56, Levi Baxter?
I think it was actually Ross on that one. I could be wrong, but.
Okay, 50, 56. There's a couple guys out there.
So, again, nice play that time by the defense, both Parker and Ross, bringing the gentleman down for a loss. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now from the 18, still within the PT Central red zone.
I feel like Kingston's going to go to the air here. It's 3rd and 5 or 6. They may not have to, but just kind of have that intuition.
So, going to run the option. This time played well by the Wolves. 59 and 10. 59, which I believe was Claxton and Parker in on that play. That's going to bring up another 4th down. So again, this is 4th down has been the key the whole first and second quarter here is can we get off the field on 4th down? So 4th and 6, ball is at the 18-yard line.
Let's go defense. Come on now.
So another big down. Wolves currently trailing 7-0 with 8:51 to go here in the second quarter.
Scoot up. Don't let them run a little curl route for a first down here. They're throwing the football.
They
all
do
out
route.
Quarterback scrambling to the far side, and it's going to be first down, Davis Wolves.
So good job that time by the defense. They ran the outside linebacker at a blitz. He got just enough pressure. He wasn't able to make the tackle, but he does get enough pressure to kind of drive the quarterback out of
flushed him opposite. Had receivers all running out routes here on the right-hand side and got flushed left. He didn't have anybody to go to over there, and that's why we made the play.
They're able to kind of clean up the tackle, push the kid out of bounds, and it's going to be Davis' ball now. Again, played 4th down there very well. Ball's going to be at the 17-yard line, their own 17, so the Wolves are going to be going from north to south. So this is going to be the Wolves' 4th possession of the first half. So short gain that time by Talaferro. Is going to pick up about, looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards. So 2nd and 7, the ball's going to be marked at right at the 20-yard line, 19-yard line, right in that range.
Clock ticking with just over 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
And I think the Wolves can be patient with this drive, kind of eat some of the clock, see if we can't get some points on the board. Handoff goes to the up back that time, who it looks like is going to be, that was 22, Parks. Picks up a couple, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 6.
Well, that's tough sledding in there. They've got those 4 linebackers, and they're down linemen are doing a good job.
So they marked it for no gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7, still at the 20-yard line. 7:27 to go here in the first half. So again, third and mid, or 3rd and a little bit long.
Hustle up.
What's play call you want?
Oh, yeah, we got to call timeout. We didn't get the play in there fast enough. We got to sprint on and off the field, get those plays in there a little bit quicker. Maybe a good time to call a timeout here with 3rd and 7, 3rd and 6.
So with them calling timeout, we will also take a real quick break here. Again, you're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson, and the Howell Media Group will be back. So we are back, 7:14 to go. The Wolves, 7:14 to go in the first half. Wolves currently trailing 7-0. Wolves face a 3rd and 7 from their own 20-yard line.
So I'd like to keep possession of this ball here and not turn it over back over to Kingston. With,
I'd like to at least be able to flip the field a little bit here. Yeah, I agree. So second quarter. Seen some good things, some things we probably haven't liked. But
yeah, I feel like the defense has, played good at times. I like the intensity. We did give up the option quarterback keep left there. But other than that, we've held them on a couple of 4th down plays and limited them so far to 7 points.
Turnover's been the big story here in the first half. So the Wolves line up in a full house
again, Kingston
backfield
bringing
again.
everyone. We got to pop something through there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
That time, good job by. Oh, there's a late flag. I think they're going to call that on Davis, but
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It was that Talaferro. Talaferro's able to leap the initial line of scrimmage there. Kind of picks up some yardage. I'll tell you what, it's going to be a little bit short from the first down. There is a flag down.
Yeah, I tell you what, Kingston.
I thought they're going to. It looked to me. Oh, they did call it on
I
Kingston.
think they're getting a little chippy. They're finishing blocks, kind of throwing people over piles. If they want to give us the first down here, we'll take it.
So it would have been a 4th down, but with the penalty, it's going to bring up a first and 10 for the Wolves. 15-yard personal foul. So the ball is now at the 41-yard line, started at their own 17, 1st and 10 for the Wolves. A little over 7 minutes to go in the first half. So Dulaney in at quarterback. He's under center. Full house lines up behind him. Handoff goes to Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb is met at the line of scrimmage. Almost no gain there on that carry. Again, Kingston kind of sold out there and said, you're not going to beat me with the fullback. You're going to have to do something else. So second down, he is a pickup of 1. 2nd down and 9 from the 42-yard line. So that clock continues to tick. Dulaney back under center, full house wishbone behind him. Tomlinson lines up at tight end at the near side of the field. So that time it was a fake dive. Quarterback kept the ball, and I'll tell you what, he's hit immediately. There is a flag down. It was thrown towards the line of scrimmage.
Flag was very quick. I'm not sure.
It was quick. I think it's going to be a hold on the offensive line, but we'll see what we get. Actually, it's a chop block, so called a chop block. Like I said, they threw it towards the interior of the offensive line. So,
okay, I guess. I'm not sure we blocked anybody very well on that play.
So again, it looked like the play got blown up right in the interior of the offensive line there. So if we chop block that young man, we need to go back to chop block because we apparently didn't get him. So again, 6 minutes to go, a little under 6 minutes to go in the first half. The Wolves facing a 3rd and 11 from their
we need
own
to get a chunk here. We
line.
need to get a chunk here and then, then decide what we're going to do on 4th down.
So the Wolves line up with the flex bone this time. Latham goes in motion. The ball is on the ground. Fake handoff goes to number 8. Latham never gets the ball. The ball is recovered for the Redskins.
Trying to show some motion there, get Kingston to flow outside and then kind of catch them back underneath. Fake the quick pitch that they reacted to so well earlier, and then catch a running back coming underneath, and we just weren't able to get the ball handed off.
So unfortunately, that is the Wolves' third turnover of the first half. 5:36 to go here in the first half. 7-0. Kingston currently leads. Kingston going to start with the ball on the Wolves' 37-yard line after the fumble.
Come on, defense. Don't give up the big play. Let's
go. Trips
go.
Formation to the near side of the field for the Redskins. Shotgun formation.
They do have a receiver far left as well. Spreading the field, liable to go fullback.
He's a quarterback.
Pump, fake, and go. Quarterback's going to be sacked there by number 50, Justin Ross.
Nice job by Ross there, kind of rushing from the blind side. He never saw him. He's able to admit the quarterback's able to avoid the initial tackle. Doesn't see Ross coming. Ross is able to drop him for a sack. Nice play that time by the defense. Lots of pressure on him.
Tell you what, both defenses in this game are playing kind of, I'd say better than both offenses at this point.
So the ball, after that loss of 3, the ball is now going to be 2nd and 13 from the 40-yard line. Again, a little under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Kingston currently leading 7-0. Goes directly to the fullback this time. Fullback is met and hit after a short gain. They're saying the ball is back on the ground. Let's see where they're marking the ball this time.
Yeah. No, he's calling.
So, again, it looked to me like it might be another fumble, but apparently it was not. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 after that. Actually, it should be 3rd and 10. The ball is at the 40-yard line.
Saw a couple of Wolves reacting like we had the football, but no dice.
Get up off the pile. They had it down there. So, again, I couldn't see when he lost that ball either, so I don't know if he was on the ground, but it's immaterial anyway. They're going to have the ball. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. It's going to be at the Wolves' 36-yard line, 3rd and 10.
Quarterback option
Quarterback
again.
option.
God,
Quarterback's going to keep
tackle.
it.
Come on.
Late pitch to the running back. Running back gets the ball.
Don't give up on the play. Keep going, Wolves. Good job.
So I'll tell you what, late pitch, he's able to get rid of the ball. Picks up what looked like a disastrous play for him. Is able to pick up some good positive yardage, but still not enough for the first down.
It's going to bring up what? Make it.
Think about 4th and 4, 4th and 5.
Right.
Ball's going to be marked at the 29-yard line. So, again,
He
that's
got
going to be
more than I
closer
thought,
than that.
man.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about 4th and 2. So, again, this is another big 4th down. This is about the 5th 4th down of the first half.
And he had a couple opportunities to stop that play for short yardage.
So let's see if we can get off the field here. A little under 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Come get him, come get him, come get him, come get him. Wrap him up. Come on, come up, come up, come up, come on, holding. Come up, big, huge hold on there.
There
we go.
There's the flag.
There we go.
I'll tell you what, it looked like we had him originally for a loss. He's able to escape that. He's got some running room, finds a lane. There is a clip or a block in the back coming
hold,
down the hold, or I couldn't tell what it was
holds.
exactly, but it didn't matter. That one's going to come back on 4th down.
Yeah, I know, but we're going to give him another opportunity here.
We are going to give him another opportunity, so now will be an opportunity for us to get off the field here. 3:44 to go in the first half. Kingston currently leading 7-0. So let's see what the call is here. So we came off that. We came with that outside linebacker again that time, able to create some pressure and kind of flush him out. So they're calling a personal foul here on the defense or on the offense. So I don't know what they called there. It wasn't the hold that I originally thought, or like you said, I'm not sure what they were calling. But anyway, it works. It's going to bring up a 4th and long now.
I mean, I don't know, a 5-yard penalty, right?
Well, it looks like they're going to move it back. It was 4th and 2. Now it looks like, it's going to be about 4th and 7 now from the 35-yard line. So the announcer says it's 4th and 8. We'll go with 4th and 8. Again, a little over 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Big down here. We need to get off the field. Keep the points off the board. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Quarterback rolling left, back to pass. Stay with your receivers. Now come get the quarterback.
So he's going to look to throw the ball downfield. It's
good job.
It's
good play
by number 59, Tanner Claxton. I almost said Connor Claxton, so apparently I got excited enough. But again, another big stop by the Wolves to get off the field on 4th down.
Stuck with that play. That play, you know, he had a lot of options. He was keeping the play alive. Rolling left, looking for somebody to kind of go back against the grain, and number 59, Mr. Claxton's there, put a big paw up.
Looked like initially it was blocked fairly well too. So good job by the defensive backs of holding up in coverage as long as they did, and then Claxton getting a hand on the ball, kind of redirect that pass. So the Wolves now line up with 3:22 to go, trailing 7-0. Full House Wishbone lines up behind Dulaney. Dulaney fakes the handoff. He is going to fight forward.
Yep. Good job, young man.
Fake handoff to the fullback
by the left side. Sorry, Brad.
Oh, no problem
Covered
at all.
You up there.
Yeah, no problem. So first and that's going to bring up 2nd down now after the 1st and 10 at the 35. It's going to bring up about 2nd and 7. So Dulaney there with the fake handoff to the fullback. His quarterback keeper able to kind of put his head down, kind of fight forward for some yardage. There was a little bit of a lane there.
We blocked this defensive end, pinched him down, and was able to pick up positive yards there on 1st down.
Ball's at the 39-yard line. Handoff this time goes to Parker. Parker is met in the backfield, and I'll tell you what, he had no chance of getting going there. Got hit 2 defenders as soon as he got the handoff there, and that's going to be a loss. Big number 72 at defensive tackle, and I believe it was number 32.
Linebacker, yeah.
Again, we're both in the backfield, about 3 yards deep when he got the handoff. It's going to bring up 3rd and 8 from the 37-yard line now. About 2 minutes to go here in the first half. So Wolves back out in the flexbone formation. We've got a timeout called by the Wolves before that play can get started, and it's going to be, again, 7-0 first half. Minute 59 to go. The Wolves facing a 3rd and 8 from the 37-9-yard line. With this timeout, we will also take a timeout. You're listening to the Howe Media Group.
You're watching Davis Wolves football, brought to you by the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show and all of our great sponsors. Thank you.
Again, we'll be back.
I joined the Army National Guard for multiple reasons. The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I wanted to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free.
Okay, we are back. Minute 59 to go here in the first half. The Wolves currently trailing 7-0, face a 3rd and 8 at their own 37-yard line. Flexbone formation, Dulaney under center.
Corner's manned up here with Diego. His head, he's doing nothing but paying attention to where he's at. Put a move on him.
Moore with the reception. He's not unable to pick up much there, and it's going to be a 4th down. Picks up about 2 yards on the pass completion.
I like the way that defensive corner played that play. He had no attention, no responsibility, no focus other than that wide receiver.
The one thing I did see from that formation, though, it did at least pull a few of those guys out of the box, kind of give them a little bit more room to run. So it's going to bring up 4th and 8, and I expect to see the punt team here. Kingston's going to take over with about 1:51 to go, currently leading 7-0 in the first half. So far in this game, the real story of the game has been the three turnovers by the Wolves, and then really some good defensive stands by the Davis defense. You know, Davis has had multiple fourth down stops here in this game. Again, defense has kept us in the game. Currently, haven't had the opportunity to get a lot going offensively. So again, you know, keep pounding, see what happens in the second half, right?
Yep, 7-0 here at half. In 1983 was the least combined points scored by these teams. It was a 14-0 win by Davis in 1983. And to contrast that, the most combined points was 78 in 2008. Davis scored 60, Kingston 18.
So Diego Moore back to punt for the Wolves. Back deep for the Redskins, it looks like is number 7.
We'll get this snap.
Blanchard, and then also number 1, which is Robinson. Struggled a little bit with the snaps this evening, so let's good, perfect snap. Nice punt by Diego.
Cover, get down there. Don't let him pick it up.
Ball is going to hit at about and roll down to about the 30-yard line. Nice punt that time. Good job flipping the field that time by the Wolves.
Yep, got to load up and play defense now. Got to play defense for 1 minute and 39 seconds. Keep this game at 7-0.
Expect to see Kingston air it out here on this down.
Definitely at some point. You're going to see, probably some screens, several men out in the pattern. Just got to play solid defense, keep everything in front of you. Don't let anyone behind you. And get some of that pass rush. That's been one of the keys.
That's been the key.
Tonight.
Yep,
yes.
You bet. So Kingston's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line.
Quarterback draw. Tell you what, Justin Ross is having a pretty good game.
I'll tell you what, he's played well. Yep, he's made some plays this evening. He's doing a good job.
Just like to see us finish some of those plays. We've had a lot of guys with hands on the Kingston, offensive players, but we need to be able to finish those plays.
Sorry, had to sneeze there, but it is a minute 35 to go here. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12. Kingston from their own 27-yard line.
Run play.
Good job that time by the defense. Yeah. So far, 3 downs here. Really good job by the defense, really giving up almost nothing. It's been negative yardage, and it looks like it's still negative yardage after the 3rd play here. Going to bring up about 3rd and 11 from the 28-yard line now. Again, minute 8 to go here in the first half. Kingston currently leading 7-0. Kingston lines up with a trips formation to one side, single receiver to the other side. Looking to throw the ball down the field. Some pressure on him. He's going to unload the ball, and he's got to just kind of threw it into the stands there. Good job that time by the defense. Wolves really did a good job getting pressure on the quarterback with minimal guys. Had a lot of guys back in coverage, still able to get some push. Him get rid of the ball earlier.
Yeah, obviously
than he wanted
the timing was thrown off on that play. The receivers had all kind of made their initial routes, and then we're breaking them off, and quarterback was looking for them, but good job with the pressure.
So the Wolves are going to get the ball one last time here in the first half, or what I think is going to be one last time. Kingston now 4th and 11. He's going to punt the ball, gets the pressure, and it's a block punt. It's a live ball. The ball is hit.
That's a live ball.
So good job that time of blocking the punt. Couldn't see who it was who blocked it. Did you make out what young man blocked that punt?
I did not. It was the left side. Anybody catch who blocked that punt? What number blocked that punt? We get it? Somebody here on the left side.
So it's a live ball. The ball is hit.
That's a live ball.
So good job that time of blocking the punt. They're able to pick the ball up on the bounce and pick up some yardage. But again, after the block punt, the Wolves will take over 1st and 10. It looks like at the 28-yard line. Or let's see where they mark it. 28 does not seem right. I think that's where he originally was going to punt from. Again, number 22 for the Wolves.
Drew Parks.
Drew Parks blocked that punt. He was also the young man that was down. He is getting help to the sidelines by the coaches, kind of We'll see what kind of injury it was here. It looks like it was an upper
wrist.
extremity, wrist, arm, shoulder type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the Wolves are going to take over with 52 seconds to go in the first half on the Kingston side of the field. The ball's going to be marked down at around what looks like about the 37-yard line.
We've got an opportunity here.
So, again, good field possession here. Under a minute to go, so we're going to have to move quick here.
Kingston was trying, that rugby formation. The punter a lot of times has to run and take his eyes off the defense when he does that to make sure, he gets a good kickoff, and we were able to get the block. Good job by the Davis defense.
So 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. The Wolves on the Redskins side of the field with 52 seconds to go before halftime, currently trailing 7-0. Single back, quick pass goes to 20. That is a live ball. Ball's thrown behind Parker. He's unable to complete get the completion there, but we kind of got lucky in that was a live ball. And again, we just kind of let that one roll out. Kind of got a break there. It's going to bring up. It is going to be a loss on the play because where the ball goes out of bounds on the fumble. That's how it's considered. Since it is a live ball, it's going to be marked back at about the 40. I'd say about the 47-yard line. So a loss of 10.
Yes.
Bring up 2nd and 19 now. Actually, 46-yard line. Wishbone formation. Handoff goes to number, I believe that's 7, Talaferro. Let's see if he comes off the minimal gain there. Picks up of a couple. Bring up about 3rd, about 16. Again, under 30 seconds to go now in the game. Ball at the 40. Well, the ball is now at the 40, I'd say about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. Dooley drops back to pass. Lots of pressures, unable to get the ball away. Good coverage downfield that time by number 1 for Kingston. Just had no chance of getting that ball out. Lots of pressure up the middle. So 14 seconds to go. The Wolves are going to have to punt here. Either punt or run one last play and run this clock out. But 14 seconds to go before halftime. So after what was initially good field position, we kind of went backwards here.
I mean, the block punt was our best defensive player right there.
So the defense here in the first half have done what they need to do and kept this ball game just that, a really good ball game, 7-0. Lots of turnovers. I think if you ask the Wolves coaches, obviously they're not going to be pleased with the turnovers, but with the 3 turnovers only being down 7-0, I think they would be happy with the way the defense has played. So again, back to punt for the Wolves is going to be Diego Moore. Again, 14 seconds to go here before halftime. Kingston currently leading 7-0.
They were all coming too. We just
got
the
some
ball
pressure.
Quick.
Good job getting the ball off. It's going to be fielded.
Good job.
Was fielded, and he was hit immediately there at the 20-yard line, goes down at the 20.
We had an opportunity there.
And I'll tell you what, he fumbled when he first got that a little bit.
Yeah, when he didn't have possession.
Didn't have clean
ground,
possession.
So it's kind of a dead ball there, yeah. That's kind of what you're looking for.
So the ball's going to be marked down at the 20-yard line. Kingston 1st and 10 from their own 20. So they're going to have to go 80 yards in 9 seconds. So, again, let's expect to see us play off the receivers a little bit and give up some stuff underneath to keep the long pass from happening. 2 receivers line up to each side. Quarterback in shotgun formation, single back to his right. We've got a timeout, it looks like, by the Wolves. We will also take a timeout real quick. Again, we will be back right after this. 9 seconds to go before halftime. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is The Howl coming to you live from Kingston. We'll be back.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank. Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
So we are back, Dustin, coming to you live from the Kingston Visitor Stands, Ground and Pound Wishbone Show, the outdoor version this evening. So 9 seconds to go before halftime. Kingston with the ball coming from their own 20-yard line. I expect to see the ball put up in the air here. Twins formations to each side.
And again, the key is going to be pressure. Double pass.
Quarterback looks to throw to number 20. Just a little curl route basically there. Doesn't pick up much, and that's going to be halftime. So currently at halftime, Kingston leads 7-0.
In a very defensive, minded
defensive
game.
Ball game.
Yeah,
you
defensive ball game, 7-0. We've got to be able, defense is playing well. We've got to be able to find something, find a crack, find a play, find something, find somebody, on the field, find a situation that we can get some positive yards. Offense just has not been able to get on track so far in this first half.
So the Wolves get the ball coming out of halftime. I expect to see them kind of open it up just a little bit more. Again, as the game progresses, as defenses get a little bit more tired, there's going to be some more cracks available to see what we can do with. So, again, 7-0 at halftime. The Wolves currently trail. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. While the teams are at half, we will also take a break and get something from the concession stand, and we will be back after halftime.
We are going to have the Davis Band here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all of that, but we're going to try to bring it to you tonight. So we'll take a break, Brad and I will, and hope you enjoy this halftime show.
So we'll be back. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show.
The first being which that I've always believed that the state of Oklahoma and the United States of America are truly exceptional on the world stage. So I want to do something to give back to the country and the state that's been so good to me. So one day I asked myself, if not me, who? And if not now, when? So it was at that point I decided to enlist. And the second reason being, getting my education has always been very important to me. So after doing some studying, I found the Army National Guard's college benefits were far more competitive than anything else out there. So after graduating from the University of Oklahoma, I was able to leave my college career basically debt-free. Now that I work in recruiting, I get to see people's lives change for the better by the Army National Guard on a daily basis. And people enlist for different reasons. It could be the competitive college benefits we offer, it could be a part-time paycheck, the job training we offer, or even healthcare. But regardless of why someone enlists, the fact still remains that their part-time military service has served as a stepping stone to propel their future.
You're on the band. You can, so actually can, if you'll put from about the 30 to the 30 on the outside edges. You see what I mean? The 30-yard line to the 30-yard line.
Okay, hold on.
That's your box.
You guys don't need me if I run down there and do it for some. Hey, if you guys want to get on and talk about the house.
Like right there?
Can do that.
Right there?
We'll do it after the band goes.
No, it's not 30-30 at all.
Well, I don't know where the, oh.
We'll do it after the band. We'll do that.
Okay, well, if I put it under 30 visions.
Bring me some more Snickers.
welcome back to here at Kingston. My name is Jared Morse. I'm one of the teachers for the Wolf Media Howl Group with Bobby Alexander, our other media teacher, and we're just kind of filling in real quick to tell everybody what's going on with the media group and to thank you for watching tonight on YouTube.
Okay. So I think my mic is live now. Can everybody hear me now? Okay,
now.
Okay. Sorry about that. Was trying to figure out the audio equipment. Technical difficulties, but I think we're good now. Again, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Mr. Morse, for jumping in there and taking care of me there for a second while I was struggling. Got a lot of viewers out there. I think last time I saw, we had like 120-ish, which is really, really good. So, we're in a little bit of a precarious situation having to sit in the stands and do this, but
it is a little different. I've got a picture I'm going to put out on our Facebook of
it'll look really good
because we're in the middle of it today.
Yeah, we definitely want to mention our sponsors. I'm going to try to go through here and get them all. I know we got our title sponsors: CNC, Backhoe Services, Mike Hellick Chevrolet, PT Central for our red zone. We got the Jones Jewelry for the sideline report, scoring recap for the. Is for Jones Jewelry. No, scoring recap, I'm sorry, is Mac Trailers. Sideline report is Jones Jewelry, so I want to make sure we get those mentioned in there. I think we'll be going to the sideline a little bit that second half. So far, a really good game. I'm glad me and Mr. Morse kind of get to jump on here for just a minute and talk a little bit about what we're doing. For those of you watching, Mr. Morse and I teach this media class fully run by students. Last night, students actually 100% did their own broadcast. Cameras, audio, broadcasting, commentating, everything, producing, fully student run.
Yeah.
So that was the first time you and I didn't have our heads down.
Mostly students for tonight. I mean, we've been able to sit here and
we're watching a game. How about that?
That does not happen.
That does not happen very often. So
compared to last year.
Last year we were still helping out with the radio station. This year we've taken it over, but we've taken it over and we're getting to sit back and not do anything, which is great. So these kids are learning a lot of stuff. We've got big stuff going on with media.
Yeah.
We don't just do the sports. Tomorrow we're going out for the Beyond Brotherhood Ruck 22 out at the Crossbar Ranch. We got a few students going out with us. We're going to set up and do some work for them. It's bright and early at 6 in the morning.
Yeah. So 5:15.
Yeah, I believe we're leaving at 5:15. Yep.
It's
so
the best thing ever after we get home late tonight.
Yep.
But looking forward to that. We went from last year we were busy.
Yes.
And we went to really busy.
Yeah,
we're always doing something.
I don't think we really knew what busy was until this year. Actually,
we do now.
Sure. We've got some really big stuff coming. You're gonna go ahead and throw it out there. We got contacted by a local organization here in town, Arbuckle Fried Pies. There is a rather large company coming out to film a commercial, and we're going to get to be a part of that. We're going to get to go film the filming, and get paid a little money to come out and do that and make money for the class.
Because apparently there's a big football game going on in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I believe that's OU Texas. I know
it doesn't really matter.
You're one of those guys wearing that orange color, but
it'll be on TV. I'll probably watch it.
Yeah, it's
but I mean it's a big deal, especially Arbuckle Fried Pies being right there on 35.
Yes, absolutely.
So I mean, stop, get you a pie, check it out. But I mean, it's cool for you and I to be able to do that, but also, for the big part, our kids, they get to see big production.
Yeah, they're going to get to basically see a Hollywood studio production company come in and build a set and tear it down all within like 24 hours and film a commercial. I'm not sure if we're supposed to mention what company it is, but I'm going to go ahaid and throw it out there. It's Dr. Pepper. And Mr. Morse knows I'm a little bit of a fiend when it comes to Dr. Pepper, so I'm really excited about it. We get to be part of Fansville, which is awesome. So
I think that's the part I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's so again, doing really, really big things, with more and more stuff to come. We're so excited we get to do these for these kids, and
I mean without our sponsors that we've had, like
not even close to possible.
No, I mean the Oklahoma Army National Guard has
Yes.
been wonderful to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who've been able to say, hey, here, we want to help you out, and here's the commercial. We didn't even have to do that.
We didn't even have to do anything. They really did everything for us.
To Bo Clark.
Yes, Sergeant Bo Clark.
Sergeant Bo
absolutely,
Clark,
absolutely.
He's been great, and all these things that we're able to do, we've been able to update equipment.
Yep. Got fancy new headsets. We're able to our broadcasters.
Headsets.
Yep.
We have a drone.
Yes, we do have a drone. We've had a little bit of. I think you and I are enjoying that a little more than the kids are right now. But
yesterday we did have a little flight school in class.
I believe you did too.
And the only one that almost broke things was the instructor. So
it happens.
I don't know who
it happens.
he was.
You were showing them what not to do, Mr. Morse. I understand. It's okay.
They want to fly it carefully, like it's an important piece of equipment. I think it's a remote control airplane, and so I want to make it do stuff.
Yeah, we always kind of want to do the barrel rolls and everything.
But,
got some really good shots last night, by the way.
Yeah.
At the junior high game, I think they did.
Now I didn't see the live feed yet. Did those go out?
Those did not go on the live feed. That's actually we're getting some good live shots to put on our website. We're going to be redoing the website. Again, these kids will be helping me with doing some updated stuff on the website. Man, again, I can't say enough about these kids.
Oh, they've been great. All the commercials that you're seeing tonight are done by the students.
Yes, yeah.
They went and shot the footage.
That's for good and bad, actually.
Yeah, for good and bad. Because but all that stuff was done by the class. There's a couple of the footage was done by last year's group.
Right, back in the spring. Yep.
And we're going to be updating all that stuff as we go. So, they're working hard. We've got them doing social media right now. Tonight's been a little different.
Yeah, it has.
And,
you kind of never really know what we're going to get into until we get here.
Right.
But
and we started.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sat down and I know that people that are watching, they saw sometimes we go to the phones and the phones were a little laggy. Well, then while the kids are out there working and doing their jobs, Bobby and I are sitting up here troubleshooting, what can we do?
How can we make it better? How can we help? Right.
Because we want to do the best. Because you guys you're a big part of this, being able to watch it and support us from there. So, because we're here to support our football boys, and that's a big representation. But at the same time, our kids are out here representing the school as well. It's all the same thing.
Absolutely.
And so, with those views, you guys are supporting the media class, and we really appreciate that.
Yeah, cannot speak that enough. It would not be possible without everybody here joining us live, and we're trying to stay on top of the chat. I know we had Mrs. Helmers from the high school jumped in on the chatter. Shout out to Mrs. Helmers for watching from the beyond. They're getting ready for the ruck actually tomorrow. Her husband is a part of that.
And I will, because he's been making fun of me on messages. I'll shout out to my dad.
Yeah, I believe he made a comment about. I'm apologizing to everybody. I believe there was a statement heard over the speakers where somebody was told to bring Mr. Morse a Snickers.
I'm not myself.
You're not yourself when you're hungry. So we try to get the man a Snickers. He gets a little hangry. Of course, we all do sometimes.
Yeah,
no, see, they're slipping again because they brought you M&Ms. They did not get the message. Everybody else in the
peanuts, it's protein. We're fine.
Everybody else in the real world, out in the World Wide Web, got us. They heard that we wanted Snickers,
it's okay that my dad cares about me.
And they messed up and got you peanut M&Ms. I mean,
no, they're good kids.
Does he want it right, or does he want it right now?
that's a good point. That's a good point.
It was quick. It wasn't right, but it was quick.
Hey,
yeah,
I'll take that.
Shout out to Justin Johnson for jumping back in with us and kind of talking a little bit here with us for a few minutes before we go back to the ball game. We got about 2.5 minutes left till this game goes back live. Again, broadcasting from down here in Kingston, Oklahoma. I think we'll take another little quick break real quick. Get a couple of these more student-made commercials in for you. And after that, we'll be back with the second half.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
Looking for a veterinarian to care for both your small and large animals? Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health. My staff and I are committed to providing the most up-to-date preventative health care for your pets. We are one of the few veterinary practices in southern Oklahoma that is fully equipped to handle all of your livestock needs to help you achieve the greatest profitability for your livestock. We also do inside boarding for your pets with weekend drop-offs and dismissals. Come see me, Dr. Cade Kopenbarger, at Hilltop Animal Health in Davis.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
So here we go. Wolves fans 7-0 in the first half now behind us. 2:57 to go before a second half kick. Kingston currently leading 7-0 in a very defensive turnover-filled first half. So Dustin, what would you like to see here in the second half? We're going to start off with the ball. What would you like to see happen?
Test 1 2.
Hey,
I'm
you're back. Hey, there we go.
You were asking me offensively. We've got to find a way to move the football. I don't know if that means going, foot to foot and double tight and keeping everything in the wishbone and between the tackles. And if they're going to bring everybody, then we're going to have to bring everybody in and go, force on force there and see what we can do. Or you can take that opposite approach and start spreading it out and trying to get the ball outside the tackles, outside the defensive ends. It cannot be something that's going to take a long time to develop because Kingston is not respecting anything downfield, and they're bringing every single player they've got at the snap of the football straight up the field. And so we've got to block, and we've got to, find a way to get through there and make some first downs, maybe create a big play, find something. If we can keep this game close, 7-0, then I think, 7-0, tied up 7-7, kind of keep, limiting Kingston's opportunities. I think we'll be in a good shape to come out of here with a victory.
Well, defensively, it's looked like we've matched up pretty well with what they were attempting to do. I mean, we still have some area, obviously, to improve in, but it looks like we matched up well in the first half. We need to see more of that in the second half.
Yeah, it seems like, defensively against the pass, we were a lot of times taking away the first option. Obviously, that quarterback's pretty good. Those receivers are coached to have an initial route. He does not just target one man. He will look off, and, that's why sometimes we're getting some pressure and getting some sacks back there.
And you were right, pressure is the key here.
Always is. You had to get a pass rush on that quarterback, let him have a little bit of antsy feet, take his eyes off the receivers a little bit earlier. You cannot let them run it just like they run it in practice.
Now, I know Davis would have liked to have done more offensively in the first half. I just don't know if they've had enough time up the middle right now.
Yeah, Kingston's just bringing a lot of pressure. Obviously, that's their defensive game plan. They haven't really seen anything, out of the ordinary from Davis as far as throwing the football with multiple receivers. So they're going to take their chances and bring everybody. Now, when the cornerback's one-on-one, he's locked up. His eyes aren't anywhere but on that receiver.
Now, I know that Davis has worked a little shotgun the last 2 weeks, and they've also worked a little trips formation, a little pistol. I don't know that we will see any, but again, it's all predicated by how we block up front. Obviously our desire is to control the clock, move the ball, and again, it'll be interesting to see what we see in the second half, see if we kind of cut down those splits a little bit and kind of just power ahead, or if we want to kind of change it up and do something a little bit different.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I know we've got, good coaches on our team. There's good practice coaches and there's good game coaches, and I think we've got a good mix of both.
Sure.
So everybody's got a plan, kind of until you get hit in the mouth, is the old saying, and we've got to come out here and buckle up our chin straps a little bit tougher. Kingston's defense is just being a little bit more physical than we were. Our defense is stepped up. I think they're playing better. Just got to limit the big plays and stay in this ball game. The longer we can keep this game tight, the better our chances are.
Looks like we have seen the end of Parks this evening. If you look down the sideline, he's got his arm wrapped. It looks like what to me would be a collarbone type injury.
Yeah, it's kind of.
He's got his shoulder pads taken away from him, so I don't anticipate us seeing him again in the second half. Again, got hurt there on the nice block punt in the first half.
Yeah, it looked like, I don't know if it was, I'll have to watch the replay myself. I don't know if he, actually, kind of got blocked, or if the way he went to the ground kind of, caused that. But you folks at home probably were watching it, seeing it better than I was here in the stands.
So the Wolves will receive the ball here in the second half. Back deep for the Wolves is going to be number 7 again, Talaferro. His two upbacks are number 31 and 13.
McGahey.
And I believe the 31 is...
No, 31's McGahey.
31 is
13
McGahey.
is Zach
13
Mann.
is Zach Mann. So
Diego Moore in the center of the upbacks, and the Parker twins, one on each side.
So again, Connor Short to kick the second half off here. Squib kick. The ball is going to roll, picked up there by number 13. Man with a nice hole there initially. He kind of gets a shoestring tackle, and he's brought down around what looks like about the 34-yard line. Well, actually about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, kind of got a little rise out of our crowd there for a minute.
Yeah, hey, he had a hole there for a minute. And it looks like they're going to mark it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. So just second half just got kicked off. Dulaney back in at quarterback. McGahey runs the play in. So Wolves line up in the full house wishbone again. Dulaney under center. Handoff goes to the up back this time, Cooper Webb, and Webb just nowhere to go there again. Defensive end plays the ball really well, just shut down after a very short gain.
Fighting for every inch there. He had one low and several high, and he wasn't giving up until they blew the whistle.
Nope. Pickup of about 2. Ball's going to be marked at about the 40-yard line. Looks like maybe the 39.5. We'll say 40, just be safe here. 2nd and 8 now. So again, still Kingston comes out with the same defensive game plan. They've got everybody in the box there. Fake handoff goes to the fullback. Quarterback's going to keep. Just can't, has nowhere to go. He's got 3 or 4 defenders on him before, as soon as he makes the read and what to do, and just is unable to get anything going, it's going to be a loss of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the 40-yard line. Actually, 37-yard lines where they're going to mark it, so actually a loss of 3. Again, just the start of the second half, 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Wolves currently trailing 7-0.
Split right, wishbone backfield behind Delaney. Again, they walk the safety up.
Quarterback's going to keep. He's got a little bit more room to run that time. Good job that time by the upbacks, kind of lead blocking for him on that follow play. Quarterback picks up about... Well, I want to say picks up about 7 yards, which is not going to be enough. It is going to bring up 4th down.
Every time you run the option play, you learn something. The way we're blocking it, the way they're defending it. So maybe we're, getting some information here that can benefit us later in this game.
So we are going to punt from the 44-yard line, or I would assume we're
Come
going
on,
to punt.
Diego. These guys are standing at the 35. We need to put it over their head.
Moore with the punt. It's a high kick.
Cover.
Runs into his own man. Don't know that he makes contact with the ball, but Kingston's going to take over.
And the ball's going to be down on the 27-yard line.
So Kingston takes over at the 27-yard line, 1st and 10. So after the 3 and out by the Wolves offense, we turn the ball over here. Let's see what the defense can generate here. So Kingston comes back with the I formation, quarterback under center. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback's met in the backfield by Burks.
Yes, number 15. You saw him flash through there and wrap that young man up. Good job.
Nice play that time by Burks. Ross again in on the play. Ross has had a heck of a game so far.
Yeah, it looked like number 20, Dane Parker, in there as well.
It's going to bring up a minimal game there, gain of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd and 8.
I said Dane, and of course it was Trey.
It was Trey. See, that's what I told you.
Yep.
Handoff goes to the fullback this time. Fullback met in the hole this time by number 20, which I believe is Dane. I think Trey is 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there's a couple other Wolves getting up off the pile there. I'm still.
Also Claxton and Burks also in on that play. So 3rd down and 3 now. Ball at the 32-yard line. So 8:34 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Kingston comes back out in the I formation, single receiver to the wide side of the field. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback makes the first man miss, able to pick up the 1st down, and is brought down.
Yeah, I was able to kind of sidestep there at the line of scrimmage. We were bringing some people there, and they just did a little bit better job than we did. They go that, single split, double tight, they've got a lot of blockers.
So the ball is 1st and 10 now at the 41-yard line. Again, Kingston still on their side of the field. Nice run that time by 34, making the initial defender miss. Goes back this time to the tailback. Tailback's got a little more room to run this time. Picks up about 8 yards on the carry. Ball's going to be down at about the 49-yard line. So 2nd down and 2.
They ran that play a little bit further outside the tackle that time and found a little bit more running room.
I expect to see that a little bit more, too, if we continue to see, because he definitely had a little more room to run that time. So back in the I formation, quarterback under center. Quick pitch this time to the tailback. Tailback again picks up, but it's minimal gain before he's ran out of bounds by the defense. It's going to be close to a 1st down. I think it will be a 1st down, but it's close depending on where they mark it. Had to get 2 for the 1st down. Picked up either 1.5 or 2, but it's right on the line. They are going to mark it a 1st down. So Kingston on the Davis side of the field for the first time in the 2nd half. Ball is at the Wolf 49-yard line. So Kingston comes out with the 7th play of the drive. Twins receivers to the wide side of the field. Quarterback handoff goes back to 34. 34 this time is met almost immediately.
Good job, number 8, defensive end, and
Trey Parker.
And Lathan Dickinson.
So 2nd and 9 now. The ball's going to be placed at between about the 48-yard line. So on this drive, they've kind of really tried to feature. I can't tell if that's 34 or 24. Just trying to really get him going.
Coming back this way.
Bad snap. Quarterback picks it up. It's going to be a busted play. He's just looking to pick up what he can.
Get out of bounds,
and I'll tell you what, didn't get much, if any. Again, bad snap. Quarterback picks it up, just kind of takes it around in. Good job by the defense there.
They were coming this way. They had 2 offensive linemen pulling and coming this way. Both halfbacks came this way. The quarterback just dropped it and went the other way.
So it's going to be a loss on that play. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 13 from the Kingston now 48-yard line. So
big down. We stop them here. We give them to punt the football. Give our offense another opportunity.
So trips formation to the wide side of the field.
Again, looking for screens, draws. This formation.
Quarterback rolls out option.
Take the quarterback. Take the quarterback first.
Good job that time by the defense. That's exactly how we'd want to play the option right there. Quarterback was a little indecisive on what he wanted to do. He's kind of waiting to read the defender.
Yeah.
Is able to kind of get cleaned up there by the defense in pursuit, and it's going to bring up 4th and long.
Took his option away.
So again, 4th and
quarterback number 6, a pretty good-looking kid.
He's a good-looking kid. Yeah, he runs the ball well. He's put the ball in the air, been pretty accurate so far. Had a couple misreads, but not much. Going to bring up 4th and about 13. They line up to punt.
You know, he kept the ball on the option touchdown. I don't think he was wanting to pitch at that time.
No, he didn't.
Get a little bit of rush in there, guys.
So the Wolves set up a return here. Parker back deep to field a punt. He's not going to have an opportunity. There's about 6 Kingston players there. Ball's going to come to a stop there.
Pick it up! Pick it up! Pick it up!
Pick the ball up. So here we go. The offense is going to run the ball. They have touched it with the lane. Parker is going to run the ball. He's at midfield.
He needs a block. He needs a block. Don't clip. We need a block. Get downfield. The ball was never touched dead. They never down the ball.
So again, they never down the ball. They left the defenders and started leaving the field.
Now we're going to get 15 on top of that.
Parker that time fields the ball, makes a smart play, gets the ball down the field. At the end, there is a penalty also added on. So the Wolves are going to have the ball at about within the red zone of the Kingston Redskins.
Well, I hope we can get a replay of that.
Let's see.
If nothing else, folks, you need to tell somebody about this play. Come watch this live stream replay and watch this return. Very heads-up play by
really smart play by Parker there to pick the ball up. Has a nice lane, gets the ball all the way. Not only able to flip the field from within the 9-yard line all the way down to with the penalty I think is going to be within the 10 of Kingston. Again, we're waiting to see
play. Come watch this live stream replay and watch this return. Very heads-up play by
really smart play by Parker there to pick the ball up. So the ball's going to be marked down. Let's see where they mark it down.
We need to make this pay off. We're going to be about the 5-6 yard line.
Yep. Davis is going to take over 1st and 10 at the 6-yard line, or 1st and goal now within the PT Central red zone for the first time this evening.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I could have been as patient as him. You know, he sat there and let all those Kingston guys almost go to the sidelines before he picked that ball up and came down.
That's exactly right. So
very heads-up play.
So here we go.
Now we got to make it pay off. Come on, Davis. Davis crowd getting into the ball game for the first time tonight.
Up and then it looks like they just jumped offside. So the ball's going to be moved up half the distance to the goal.
Oh yeah, kind of using their emotion against them now.
So it looks like it's going to be 1st and about 2-yard lines. Or 1st and goal is about 2 yards out here. Got a feeling we're going to see a big dose of Cooper Webb right about now.
I don't know why we do anything else. Get up there close. We got to be able to block.
So 5:12 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Oh, yeah, he's in.
He's in, so that'll be a touchdown. 2-yard touchdown run that time. And the Wolves are back in this ball game.
This ball game is tied. We're not tied just yet. We got to get this. We got to get this
currently.
We got to get this point after it's
Parker. This time, I believe that's number 10, Trey Parker, back to kick the extra point here. 5:08 to go in the 3rd quarter.
10 is Dane.
Oh, it is Dane.
Yep.
See, I told you.
I know.
Time, right?
Hey, we don't ever get it right. D Parker and T Parker.
It's okay. So Dane back to kick the extra point. And the kick is up. That kick is no good. It's going to be, let's see, they're attempting to field the ball.
Yeah, it's dead ball.
It's dead ball. It's going to be 7-6 with 5:08 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Boy, howdy. We just got to keep this momentum. We got to keep this intensity up. Because you know Kingston's going to come back. They don't like that. Kind of a bonehead move, you know, not down in the football and then getting the penalty on top of it. Cost them 6 points at least.
So again, the Wolves are able to capitalize on the mistakes. 5:08 to go, now 7-6. Kingston currently leading by a point. 5:08 to go in the third quarter. Again, big play there was the non-downed punt that rolled inside the 10-yard line, the Wolves' 10-yard line. Parker does a great job of picking the ball up, realizes that it's a live ball and it hasn't been down, gets up the field. It's brought down about the 20-yard line. A couple penalties later, the ball's placed at the 2, and we punch it in on the 2-yard touchdown run. So again,
well, that is
7-6. That is the Mac Trailer scoring recap. Really, it was one play. So again, a 2-yard, one-play run, and we're in a dogfight here. 7-6, 5:08 to go in the third quarter. So again, we were looking for a little momentum. That might be just what we needed to start the second half here.
Hey, there's three phases of this game: offense, defense, and special teams.
Good defensive start. Turned around, flipped the field there, and able to punch one in.
If nothing else, that got both Kingston's fans and Davis fans
got
up off their
tails
for a little bit. Yes, sir.
So back to kick for Davis is Parker. Parker with the short directional kick. It's going to be fielded about the 30-yard line. Brought down almost immediately, about a 6-yard gain on that. The ball's going to be marked down at about the 36-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Kingston from their own 36.
Well, I tell you what, we had more than one down there, but number 8, Lathan Dickinson, I'll tell you what, is that kid's showing me something out on the field. He went down there and sacrificed his body and took on a couple of guys and let some of his teammates make the tackle there. I like the effort. Now we got to match their intensity here on defense.
So Kingston lines up back in the I formation, single receiver to each side of the field. Handoff goes to the up back there. He's got a lane. He makes the first guy miss, and he's still running. He's on the Davis side of the field. Tell you what, nice counter that time by Kingston.
That looks a lot like when we run the pop play too. They're kind of counting on a couple of guys maybe to be going a particular direction and miss, and that they're not blocking so they can get to the second level. And the young man did a good job.
So they come down, they bring the ball from their own 36 all the way to the Davis 34. So again, nice run that time. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line now. Able to flip the field on that one run there. Nice job by the fullback.
Yep, definitely down in our territory now.
Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback looks to cut back. He's hit almost immediately. Nice job that time by the defense.
Yep, Justin
number
Ross.
50, Justin Ross, and number 10, Parker, again in on that play.
Number 60. Number 50, Ross on the tackle.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. Ball's going to be at they've got it listed at the 34-yard line. I think that's actually closer to the 32. Second and about 8.
Yeah.
Offsides that time by the tight end jumped. That's going to bring the ball back 5 yards. So again, this third quarter went quick. There's about 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ball game 7-6. Kingston currently leading.
Kingston's kind of come out in the second half with more of the eye look. They're trying to get that running back going. They've got a good fullback, number 34, and a good tailback, number 24, and they're content to go with just a single split, so double tight look.
2nd and 14 from the 39-yard line. Handoff again goes to the tailback. Tailback does a good job of fighting forward, picks up some positive yardage, but not a lot. Again, it's obvious what Kingston has came out in the second half attempting to do, and that's establish the run and run the ball right at the Wolves. They've either went off guard or off tackle almost every play here in the second half.
Yes, 1st and 2nd down, 3rd down early. I think now there's an obvious passing down. We'll see what they do.
So it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Fullback and tailback conversing there.
We've got trips to the wide side of the field, or excuse me, twins
like
to the wide side of the field. It's going to be a quick pitch, goes to the tailback. Tailback's tripped up that time by a Davis Wolf defender that's on the ground, Ty Burks.
15, Ty Burks again, taking on offensive linemen, taking on blockers, playing on the offensive side of the line of scrimmage. Good things are happening for the Wolves defense right now.
Able to make a shoestring tackle from the ground, bring down the ball carrier.
Yeah, just blowing up the play in general. Good job, 15, Ty Burks.
We are back in fourth down territory again. They are now going for 4th and 10 from the 34-yard line.
Come on, David!
Another big fourth down play. Looking to throw the ball down the field.
It's got to be 10 yards. Caught it and broke a tackle.
Tell you what, it was defended fairly well initially. Able to catch the ball within the 10-yard, able to break that initial tackle and able to pick up the first down. So again, got to work on getting on the field on 4th and 10. Can't give up 10 yards on that play.
Yeah, again, they got to make it to the sticks.
So again,
if you're going to let him catch it, you got to tackle him immediately.
So 1st and 10, ball is now at the 23-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Handoff goes to the up back, 34. 34 makes the first tackle. Well, it tries to make the first tackle miss, but that was Cooper Webb able to kind of bring him down there with the help of a couple other defenders. Nice first down
again,
run,
pop play. They're everybody's kind of made up their mind the way this possession is going to go.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 2. Ball is now at the 15-yard line within the PT Central red zone.
Third quarter's gone by pretty fast, just under a minute and a half to go.
So Kingston looking to answer after the Davis touchdown. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback is brought down after a short game, but I think that's going to be enough for the first down. Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be right at the stick. If not, it's going to bring up 3rd and short. It looks like they are going to mark it short.
Tough
well,
Hammonds.
Now they are marking it at a first down.
Yeah, Tough Hammonds and Trey Parker in on that play. Field's kind of short right here.
So 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line for the Redskins. Currently leading 7-6 with a minute to go in the third quarter.
Kingston's loading up. They're coming right at us again. Safety scoot up. Safety scoot up.
So handoff goes to the tailback again. This time tailback is met in the hole by Tanner Claxton.
That was one-on-one right there.
One-on-one. Good job
tailback
by Claxton bringing him down. Able to pick up some positive yardage. Picks up about 3 or 4 yards on that play. Probably more than what we want on first down, but a nice open field tackle that time by Claxton. So the ball continues to be in the PT Central red zone. The ball's now at the 9-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 6. They can pick up a first down prior to a touchdown, having to score a touchdown. So it looks like they're coming out in a double, 2 tight end look now. They're going to set up, just run right at us. Handoff does go to the fullback. Fullback is in the end zone. Goes off tackle. Is able to punch it in with 1 second to go in the third quarter. So 9-yard touchdown run, that time by number 34.
Found a little hole there on the left side, was able to get in. They kind of initially brought the Wolves off sides. We were able to get back. Then they snapped the ball. Still got to be disciplined.
So 13-6, Kingston lines up to kick the extra point.
Get in there and try to block it. It's very important. Good
job.
They missed it.
The extra point is no good.
Keeps us an opportunity.
So the Mack trailer scoring recap, 13 plays for a total of 74 yards, results in the touchdown. The extra point is no good, and the score is now 13-6. Kingston with 1 second to go in the third quarter. So with that break, we will also take a real quick break. We will be back in just a minute. You're listening to the Howells production of the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. This is Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson.
Are you looking for a great deal on a new Chevrolet or a great used car? Then come on down to Mike Hellick Chevrolet, located at 1630 East Main Street in Davis. Check out our wide selection of new and used cars, visit with our friendly staff, and enjoy a no-hassle buying experience. And as always, no dock fees or ADPs. Mike Hellick Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Davis Wolves football.
So we are back. Kingston answering Davis's touchdown with the touchdown of their own. Extra point is no good, and it is now 13-6. 1 second to go in the third quarter. Kingston is going to kick off. Ball is going to roll into the end zone. It's going to be fielded out of the end zone. It's a touchback anyway. Looks like there's some pushing and shoving down the end zone. No flags. It's going to be the Wolves are going to start with the ball to begin the fourth quarter, currently trailing 13-6.
Still a 7-point ball game. After all that theatrics and hysterics and crazy stuff going on, still a 7-point game. Official's got to make a point to blow his whistle at that point. Anytime the ball goes into the end zone, he's got to blow his whistle and blow that play dead. I think there's some confusion sometimes when the ball gets touched outside of the end zone and goes back in there. I think they're discussing that now.
Looks like they're trying to decide what to call on that, but I agree with you in that where this ball is going to be spotted. And again, there's the call. That's what we were expecting. So ball is going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Kingston coach doesn't like that call, but to me it was fairly obvious call.
They gonna make them re-kick?
That's what it looks like they are doing. It does look like they're going to make them re-kick. At least that's what it looks like to me.
Without there being a penalty,
I don't know how they're spotted. Looks like they're.
We're just flipping it for the quarter.
Yeah,
looks
like they're actually going to spot the ball at the 20-yard line, though, not the 35. Thinking college there for a minute.
Fourth quarter, Wolf fans. It's a 7-point ball game here at Kingston Redskins Stadium in Kingston, Oklahoma. So Kingston, the 10th ranked team in Class 2A.
13-6. Redskins have a timeout here. They're gonna call a quick timeout.
Yeah, burn a timeout here at the beginning of the quarter. Fine by me.
With them taking a timeout, let's also take a timeout. We'll be back here in a few minutes. This is the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show.
This would be big.
So here we are. We are now 13-6, just the beginning of the fourth quarter right here. We're coming to you live from the Kingston stands. So if you didn't know, we're going to post you a little selfie we just took. So again, live from the Kingston stands, the Wolves with the ball at their own 20-yard line, currently trailing 13-6. Kingston fans getting up and getting loud, so it's time the Wolves fans do the same thing. Officials, again, look like they're talking this over again. Not sure what they're discussing. Oh, it looks like they are going to move the ball. So it looks like maybe I was right. They are going to mark it at the 35 after all, right? Yep, that's where it's at. So Davis now takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Looking to get something going here on their third drive of the second half. So Kingston jumps offside there on the hard count. Good job by Dulaney drawing him offside. So again, Kingston's been very undisciplined here. I'd like to keep seeing this.
The intensity meters just keep getting ratcheted up here in this fourth quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 40-yard line after the 5 yards offsides. Dulaney back under center. Full house lines up behind him. Handoff goes to Cooper Webb. Webb makes the first guy miss, but able to kind of fall forward and pick up a couple.
Yeah, those are a couple of big bodies slamming into each other right there. Number 72 for Kingston.
So it's going to bring up second and about 4 yards. Second and 4. The ball is at the, looks like about the 42-yard line now. Second and 3. Bad snap that time. Good job that time of just kind of falling on the ball and avoiding the turnover. Just never didn't get a good quarterback center exchange.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the center maybe was trying to catch Kingston offsides again and snap the ball quick. Dulaney was not ready for it.
Looked like it might have been on first sound, and again went out. It's always something when the center's out of the play and everybody else is still in their stance.
Yeah.
So obviously there was a little bit miscommunication there, but it's going to bring up third and about 4-yard line. Third and 4 from the 42 now. Dulaney with handoff goes to tailback. Just
look at 33 and 64, just in on that play before he even has a chance.
Latham that time gets his helmet knocked off, so he's going to have to come out for a play. Or I thought he was, maybe not. But again, it's going to bring up 4th and 4 with 10:24 to go in the ball game. Currently trailing 13-6, and here comes the punt team. So we need Diego Moore here to kind of flip the field, give us the ball some good field possession here.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a breeze. We need to take every
good snap that time by Claxton. He's going to get a good kickoff. Good kick. That's a booming kick. That's
get down there. Get downfield. Get downfield. Get downfield. He did get the clip.
That's
good.
There is a clip.
There's a second clip. And a good job coverage by the Wolves. Very good job on that punt. That's what we needed.
Looks like the gentleman that fielded the punt is down at about the 10-yard line. There's 2 flags down on the field. Both of them look like clips. So I'm expecting this to go half the distance to the goal. Nice punt that time.
You sure he wasn't on the 11 and we can get all maybe 10 yards of a holding call maybe?
I like it. Yeah, that'd be great. Yep. Let's see what they call it. Looked like, maybe I'm wrong on this, but I thought they just signaled that maybe they just signaled first down. I originally thought they were signaling that was on the punting team, on Davis, but they're marking it back. It looks like about the 5-yard line. So Kingston.
Oh, that's way inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, it is within the 5. Looks like is that the 2?
I mean,
ball on the 2-yard line. So Kingston's going to have to go from their own 2-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:56 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Number 59, Claxton there with a little bit of a cramp. I'm sure that young man was covering on that punt.
So we talked about flipping the field there on that punt. We did that. Again, now we need the defense to kind of stiffen up here and make something happen from the Kingston 2-yard line.
We need the defense. We need the crowd. We need the cheerleaders. We need the sidelines. We need a little bit of everybody to help us out right here.
So 9:56 to go in the ball game. Handoff goes to the tailback. Tailback is he is stopped after a short game, but I'll tell you what, we got lucky there because he had a wide lane. Kind of get shoestring tackle after about a 2-yard gain. So they're going to mark the ball down. They're going to give him 3 yards on that, or actually they're going to give him 5 yards on that. Because they're going to mark it down at the 7-yard line. It's going to be second and no, they're going to mark it on the 6, so it's going to be second and 7.
Second about 7.
6.
Good job by the Davis band here, getting everybody pumped up. I hope you guys can hear them.
Again, defense back out, trying to get the defense to drop. There's a bad snap, and I don't know. We either got the snap, it was a bad snap. They fell on the ball, but depending on where the ball went, it looked like it went into the end zone. It's either
it is right.
It is right on the line. If not, Kingston's able to recover the bad snap. They're going to mark it down on the. Let's see what they call here. Did they call the safety?
I did not see a safety call.
No, so they're going to mark it down on basically on the goal line, just outside the goal line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12. The ball's at the 1-yard line after that bad snap.
3rd and 12. Come on, defense.
So again, we need a stop right here. Make them punt from their own end zone.
Be smart.
Again, they're looking to
big defensive stand here, folks.
Here we go, defense. 8:22 to go in the ball game.
Kingston calls timeout.
Kingston calls timeout. They also realize what a big down this is.
That's their second timeout so far of the second half, I believe.
So 3rd and 12 from their own 1-yard line now. Davis looking to get the ball back, trailing 13-6 with 8:21 to go in the ball game.
Worst field position Kingston's had all night. We need to kind of keep them there.
So let's take a real quick break here. Again,
you sure?
I'll tell you what. We
can take a break.
Happen, right?
I can take the headset off and take a couple breaths and
there you go.
get my composure and be ready to go when we come back out.
We'll be right back.
Call us first.
For loans.
For deposits.
For the best customer service.
Call us first.
We answer. First National Bank of Davis, a branch of Pauls Valley National Bank.
Member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
So big 3rd down right here. 8:21 to go in the ball game. The Wolves currently trailing 13-6. Kingston deep in their own territory at their own 1-yard line. What play before looked like was almost a safety. The Wolves are looking to make another big defensive stop right here and get the ball back. So the crowd is now getting coming alive here, looking for a big defensive stance. Ball goes to the tailback. Tailback is met almost immediately.
Good job, defense.
Kingston is going to have to punt from the back of their own end zone. The ball is going to be marked at about the 1-yard line, maybe 2-yard line. So again, he's going to have to get rid of this ball quick. I expect to see the Wolves bring pressure here. Bring up 4th and 12.
At the very least, we need to get a fair catch here and get good field position. Don't give the ball a chance to roll on us.
So Parker lined up at about the 35-yard line to receive this punt. So again, they're punting from their own end zone.
Big gap there. We need to get in that.
Looks to get rid of the ball quickly.
Terrible job.
That's exactly what we need.
Pick it up.
High ball. So again, bad punt. Punt maybe goes 4 to 5 yards at most.
That's going to be Davis ball about the 3-yard line.
Yep. So again, that's not a good punt. He immediately tried to get rid of it. We're going to be about 3 yards away from the end zone here. 13-6. 13-6. Kingston currently leads. Wolves deep in the Kingston red zone here.
Can you believe they didn't go with a tight formation there? They left big gaps and the punter rushed it.
All of that motion, he immediately had to get rid of the ball. That would definitely not be what I would call from the back of my own end zone, and apparently it didn't work.
If he gets it off clean and he gets it out of there, it's one thing. You don't ever think about it. But with that much pressure at this point, 4th quarter in this game.
So we've got a Wolf down in the end zone right now. Looks like they're working on him for cramps. I believe that's Justin Ross.
That young man's played a whale of a game.
Played a heck of a game this evening. So 7:31 to go. Kingston still currently leading 13-6.
With Davis with first down. About the 2-yard line, 3-yard line, something like that.
So again, that would make it the ball was at the 1, so that makes it a 1-yard punt. And again, what was already not a really strong punt took a nice little bounce for Davis. And again, a live ball there for a minute that I thought actually might roll back into the end zone.
Yeah, I got excited. I was wanting somebody from Davis to pick that up. There wasn't anybody over there. Pick it up, run it in the end zone for 7 right now.
So again, Davis already catching Kingston off guard with some situational awareness earlier. Again, they had another opportunity right there to put some easy points back on the board. And again, from the 2-yard line, you can't pick better field position to start a drive.
Yeah, but I'd feel better if number 50 would be able to get back out there.
Yep, and I've got a feeling he's going to have to come out for a play.
Yeah, a play or two maybe.
But we're gonna see him very quickly back in the field or on the field. Let's go Wolves! Punch it in! So again, 13-6. The Wolves at the 2-yard line. $7:31 to go. Dulaney back under center. Full house.
Gotta get your snap. Gotta get your snap.
Handoff goes to Webb. Webb fighting in. He is in the end zone. Touchdown. That was just a battle of wills right there. We knew where we wanted to go. They knew where we were going to go, and Webb just forced his way into the end zone.
Yeah, did not give up on the play.
So 1 yard TD run by Cooper Webb. Score is currently 13-12. With
Brad, if you see what I see, this looks like we might be going for two.
Yep, that's exactly what it looks like. Davis has decided to go for two, currently trailing 13-12.
Maybe try to draw them off sides.
It very well could happen. So here we go. Dulaney back under center. It looks like he's getting the hard count. Yeah, looks
Get
like
back in there. Get back in there, young man.
Looks like he's trying to draw them off sides. Unable to draw them off, but timeout. Wolves, good play right there. You know, Kingston has been pretty undisciplined most of the game. I can see why we wanted to go for that, see if we can kind of get a little bit shorter conversion attempt. So again, timeout by the Wolves. 7:26 to go. The Wolves currently trail 13-12, but
got to make a decision here. I'm still not sure we're going to kick this.
So again, this was a real quick Mac Trailer scoring recap. Again, one-play touchdown. We've had 2 one-play touchdowns in this game. I don't know how often we get that.
Yeah, we'll have to get old Boyd Fulton on that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't happen very often.
Boyd, I know you're listening. I know you're watching.
So 2 one-play touchdowns.
That one might be a little bit tough even for you.
So Justin Ross back in the game. Like I said, you thought it might be a couple plays. I thought it might be one play, and it looks like I was right on this one. He is back in the game. He's been crucial in this game so far, especially defensively. So now the Wolves it looks like they're going to come back out on offense. They are still in a 2-point conversion type attempt. McGahey is out wide at receiver.
Let's punch it in, Wolves! Yeah!
Handoff, it's going to be a fake.
Nothing.
He attempts to throw it. It's caught, but it's going to be down. It's going to be incomplete. Play just really didn't have any chance to develop. It was a pass attempt, was going to go to the receiver out wide. Has a whole lot of pressure. Dulaney kind of fights off one guy, is able to kind of put the ball up in the air. It's caught. But again, short of the conversion. So it's going to be 13-12 now with 7:26 to go in the fourth quarter.
Tell you what, the craziness of this ball game just kind of continues. That just was an odd play right there from the beginning. I know we were looking to probably pass the ball with Dulaney back there.
So the Wolves now line up to kick off. 7:26 to go in the ball game. Currently trailing 13-12. So if you can't tell, it sounds like the fans are getting a little more excited now.
Yeah, I'm included. 7.5 minutes to go in this game, down by 1. We're going to need 1 defensive stand and then, some more points. We're going to have to find some points somewhere.
Yep. So back deep for the Redskins is number 3. So I do know that the opposite side of the stands has got awfully quiet. The Davis side has got a little bit louder. Kingston's got a little bit quieter as I'm sure there's a little more pressure on them now. Leading currently 13-12 with 7:26 to go. Again, Davis able to score 2 touchdowns today on 1-play drives. One after the non-fielded punt that we're able to return all the way down to about the 2-yard line. The second on a 1-yard punt from deep in their own end zone. So Parker lines up to kick off.
Kind of a deep onside
short directional kick. Able to get him down after a short gain. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kingston Redskins. Ball's going to be marked at about let's see where they mark it here, about the 34-yard line, maybe 36-yard line.
Yeah, 36, 37.
So 1st and 10 for the Redskins.
Limit the yards on 1st down, Brad. That's going to be I think that's going to be the key for the Wolves here. Limit the yards on 1st down.
So again, Kingston lines up in the I formation, quarterback under center this time. Again, they're going to continue to run the ball, and they do
Inside
here.
trap, yep.
Inside trap goes to 34. A host of defenders. Number 7, Talifero. Number 8, Latham.
Again,
number 50, Justin
Ross.
Parker, both Parkers on this. So you can't get wrong when you got both Parkers in it. Trey
Absolutely.
and Dane both in on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 8. Ball at the 30, I want to say 39, 40-yard line. They're going to call it 2nd and 7, so they're going to mark it at the 40-yard line. Again, Kingston lines up 2 tight end to one side, 2 receivers to the other side, all in tight. Handoff goes to the fullback, or the running back 34. 34 is again stopped short after a nice gain. So it's going to bring up 3rd down, and 3rd down in about 4 yards.
Yeah, this is just kind of man-on-man football right here. You know,
So the ball's going to be marked at the 44-yard line.
Power eye football against that 4-man Davis front.
So again, that Davis front is starting to get a little bit tired, so I'd like to see a little bit pressure here.
Yeah, Justin Ross, Greg Billy, Connor Webb, Tanner Claxton.
They played a heck of a game. So
Dane Parker.
A lot of snaps this game.
Ty Burks.
So 13-12, 5:54 to go with the ball
Again, inside
game.
trap.
Handoff goes to the tailback. He is unable to get the 1st down. They're going to have to punt the ball. So
should be way short.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he got a heck of a spot.
Yeah, I like
don't
that
think he
spot,
got near
too.
that. I don't think he got near that far. Still going to bring up 4th down, but it's going to bring up about 4th and 2. Latham down with cramps. It looks like in his leg on the field right now. Again, I did not like that spot, but again, 5:36 to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 13-12. It's going to bring up a 4th and short here. So with this injury timeout, we will also take a quick timeout. You're listening to the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. We'll be back.
Sooner Pharmacy provides a variety of healthcare services. We accept e-prescriptions and we also offer delivery services. Sooner Pharmacy is handicap accessible. Sooner Pharmacy is located at 705 East Main Street inside Sooner Foods.
So here we are, 4th and 2 now, 5:36 to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 13-12, and they are set to, looks like they're set to go into a punt formation. Again, we'll see if it's they are going to get rid of the ball.
He's going to run it. He's going to run it.
We'll see if he is able to pick up the 1st down and more. Again, that time able to get outside the
contain,
punt return, contain. Gets downfield, able to pick up the 1st down. They're going to be on the Davis side of the field. 5:22 to go in the ball game. It's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Redskins at about what looks like about the, I want to say the 38-yard line. Now on the Davis side of the field. Under 5 minutes to go in the ball game.
And that play in and of itself did not cost you points, but you got to play defense now.
Handoff goes to the fullback. Fullback makes the 1st man miss. He is off to the race. That's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah. As soon as I said that. Well, there's only one good thing about them scoring quick.
That means we'll get the ball.
That means we've got 4 minutes and 50 seconds to do something with it ourselves.
So with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go, we got a 38-yard touchdown run. It's going to be a 74-yard drive. The Mac Trailer scoring recap there. 5 plays, 74 yards, touchdown drive there. Fullback right up the middle, unfortunately. They line up to kick the extra point, now leading 19-12 with 4:50 to go in the ball game. So the kick is up. The kick is, looks like the kick is good. It's going to make it 20-12. Again, 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the ball game. The good news is the Wolves will have another possession here with about 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Currently trailing 20-12. So still within 1 score and a 2-point conversion.
Yep, 2 points to tie it this time.
You know that the fake punt there, it killed us. Looked like we were going to get the ball back.
Yeah, it was almost the perfect situation for them. 4th and 2, not much there. They normally lined up in the rugby style with a couple blockers over there. We just didn't have enough guys over there to prevent it.
And, a gutsy call by the Kingston coach, from his side of the field, up 1 point. Again, depends on who you are and kind of what your strategy is, but a lot of guys punt the ball there and say, let my defense win this game for me.
Yeah.
So back deep for the Wolves is going to be Talaferro again. So nice
catch
deep
it
kick
now.
there.
Block for him.
Ball's going to come down. Gets up
a helmet
about the
on
20,
somebody.
25-30. Actually, ball's going to come to
almost a 30.
Yeah, almost a 30. Looks like maybe a little bit less than that. They're going to mark it about the 25. Maybe I was wrong. 30-yard line it is, right? So here we go. 4:43 to go. Davis takes over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard lines, currently trailing 20-12.
Tell you what, folks, this second half's been a lot more exciting than the first half. Strange ball game. The Wolves' offense still hasn't been able to, sustain any kind of long drives. We've had some wacky plays, short punt. Now is the time we're going to have to put one together. 1st and 10, 4 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
So this time handoff goes to the fullback. Little to no gain on that play. Actually, it wasn't the fullback. Yeah, it was actually Parker in there.
Yep, Dane Parker, number 10. Wolves are still struggling to find consistency.
So bring
offense.
up 2nd and 10 now after that no gain. Actually, they're going to mark it as a 1-yard loss, so it's actually going to be 2nd and 11 from the 29-yard line. Again, that clock continues to tick. 4 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the ball game. Dulaney back under center. Goes into motion. Halfback attempts to throw the ball. He's going to throw the ball downfield.
Holding!
There is definitely some holding or pass interference on that play, and the flag is out. So, again, man downfield. It was a halfback pass attempt to man. Man was kind of locked up by the defender there, had no chance to catch the ball.
Yeah, tried to come back, and that's where the defender held on. Easy call.
So, again, 3:55 to go in the ball game. 20-12, Kingston currently leads. The Wolves trying to mount a drive here. After the penalty, the ball is going to be spotted. It's going to be spotted about the 44-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 now at the Davis's own 44-yard line. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the ball game. Dulaney back under center. Fake goes to the quarterback. Quarterback keeps. Option on the corner. Option's got some room to run. I'll tell you what, that 32 there, he walks around with his chest bowed out. It looked like a targeting call. He's lucky he didn't get thrown out of the game on that hit.
Yeah, because, it's helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet. No attempt on the ball whatsoever. Unfortunately, the Davis guy is still on the ground at this point. Almost at the sideline. It's going to be a nice run there.
I think they're working on a cramp now, Brad.
Oh, they are working on a cramp. Okay.
Yeah, they're working on his leg, and Coach Parker's working on the head linesman there.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down, and 2nd down in about, I'd say about 2 yards. Ball's at the Ball's going to be on the Kingston side of the field now at about the 47-yard line.
Was a big collision there. I kind of thought, like you said, that maybe it was the head contact is what kept the Davis player down, but it is a cramp.
So again, I'm just not a big fan personally of when a kid gets hurt, making a large demonstration by the guy that does it. Again, big hit I'm all for. It's just the demonstration that I have a problem with.
Yeah, again.
So again,
Trey Parker with the cramp. That's two pretty good-sized kids going at it right there,
sure
right here on the sidelines, and Trey was not stepping out of bounds.
So one of the first time the Wolves have ran the option night, there was a little bit of running room.
Yeah,
there,
we got a little pitch option there. It looked pretty good.
So 2nd and 7 now from the 47-yard line. Davis again on the Kingston side of the field. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game. So again, option play again. This time quarterback is going to keep. Picks up some good positive yardage there. Picks up the first down.
Clock stops with 3:18 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, the Wolves need 8 to tie.
Again, 20-12. Kingston currently leads. The clock is running again now. So again, ball is at the 44-yard line.
Tell you what, Kingston's got a pretty good linebacking crew. You look across that line; those guys are stacked, and we're throwing the football.
Looking to throw the ball. There is a man downfield. So just a little overthrown there, intended for man downfield. Nice throw, nice one-on-one coverage. I'll tell you what, I like the play call. It was very aggressive. It stops the clock at 2:56, 2nd and 10 now. Man did have a step on the defender. Again, man was interfered in the last time they went to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, that looked good there at the beginning. It had some potential.
I think he rushed it just a little bit of pressure there.
He's been getting pressure all night. He's got to get rid of the ball. Yeah.
Yep. So again, 2:56 to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 20-12. The Wolves line up in a full house wishbone backfield. Dulaney under center.
Option right.
Quarterback looks to option again. Oh, yeah. There it is, horse collar. Quarterback keeps, thrown down by a shoulder pad. So there is a horse collar right there. That's going to be 15 more yards added on here and a stop it down. So again, Kingston just without a didn't appear to play with any discipline there as well. So again, 2:51. Afterwards, it looked like the defender did bow as well. So again, not a big fan of that. But again, 2:51 to go. The Wolves are going to have the ball now at what looks like just outside. I want to say that's the 20. What do you think that is, Dustin? The 20.
50, 40, 30, 28.
28, 29 is where they're going to mark it. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Get rid of it.
Quarterback looks to throw, doesn't get rid of the ball, and I'll tell you what, he took a shot that time.
Yeah.
He's a little slow to get up. Clock continues to tie. Big loss.
Yeah, that's what we need to pay
play.
attention to. There we go. Get timeout. Hey, the clock is still running. We call timeout at 2:28.
The clock needs to stop. Clock is still running.
Yeah, timeout was called with 2:28.
So yep. So now they stopped it at 2:15. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock. I'm betting the answer is no. But again, it looked like after the timeout was called, another probably 13 seconds ran off the clock.
Our coaches are too into the game to even notice.
So 20-12, Kingston still currently leads. 2:15 to go in the ball game. The Wolves are inside Kingston territory right now at about the 29-yard line. After that long sack, it looks like it's going to bring it all the way back to, what do you think that is, 35? So
yes, they're right on the 35-yard line, but I can't believe 13 seconds ran off the home clock here after a timeout with coaches on the field.
So again, we'll see if they're going to put any time back on this clock.
No, they've never even looked at the clock. They didn't look at it when we called timeout, and they didn't look at the runoff. And I'm fixing to let them know about it.
Okay, so 2:15 to go. Wolves on offense trying to put a score on the board here. Currently trailing by 8. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15 from the 29-yard lines where they're going to mark it.
You got to protect if we can get past that initial line. If we can get past that rush, throw the football.
Get rid of the ball. Gets rid of the ball. Incomplete pass that time, and I'll tell you what, he had no time to get rid of that ball.
I know, he's got guys hanging all over him.
That outside linebacker coming off the edge there, I mean, he looked like he never got blocked. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 15 now. It stops the clock at 2:10 to go.
3rd and 15, it's going to take a little bit more time to get down the field with that one.
So again, we're going to have to block up front to give him the opportunity to put the ball up and make a play on it.
2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, folks. 3rd and 15. They've got the ball spotted on the 29.
Dulaney drops back to throw.
They just knocked down the receiver before we get, past the line of scrimmage. That's going to be inside the bump zone, so.
So again, on that one, I would have liked to have seen him just let the ball go. Didn't have a whole lot to throw at, but
they just receiver was down on the ground.
Tried to tuck the ball after he was covered. Like I said, receiver was knocked down on that play. The outside receiver had a little crossing route going on, or a post route. So again, it's going to bring up 4th and 15 now from the 29-yard line. 2:03 to go in the ball game. Wolves currently trailing 20-12.
Need a first down. Need a first down, folks, and you know it. I don't have to tell you that. Need a first down, need some points. We need some time to throw the football. We need somebody to get open. We need somebody to catch it.
we know the ball is going to be put in the air. So the question is, how much time does he have to get it off? So,
how many receivers are we going to put in the pattern?
We could potentially run the ball, but I don't see that happening. I see, again on 4th and 18 where the ball is actually being listed. Again, you've got to put the ball up. So, Wolves come out in the flex bone formation, which allows
actually
them
on the 30. Motion. Still put one receiver.
Put the ball up.
He got past him, folks. Go get the football. He caught it.
He caught the ball. That's unbelievable. Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch. I don't know how he caught the ball over 2 defenders, but he did.
Yeah,
the ball is going to be a 1st and 10.
That's what I'm talking about, Colton McGahey.
Minute 56 to go in the ball game. Was that man or was that
No, it was McGahey.
Okay. Ball is going to be marked down at about the 2-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. They are now in the PT Central red zone with under 2 minutes to go.
Nice pass, Mr. Dulaney.
With his back against the wall, completes an 18-yard, what was a 4th and 18. Handoff goes to Webb. Webb is met in the backfield, able to kind of fall forward. Doesn't lose any yardage, but I don't know that he picked anything up there.
Again, 2 big, Mack trucks meeting right there at the goal line.
So 20-12. They're marking it at the 5-yard line, so it's 2nd and 5. Again, the clock at this point is a little under a minute and a half.
Got to get in the end zone to give ourselves a chance.
Webb again gets the ball. This time he falls forward. Let's see if they mark it.
Oh, the official's running in. Are we getting in the end zone or no? You're letting time run off if we don't know.
Looks like they're going to mark him down on the 1-yard line. So again, 3rd and 1, under a minute to go in the ball game. The Wolves currently trailing 20-12.
Run it again, quarterback. You call it.
So here we go. 3rd and 1, under 50 seconds to go. That clock continues to tick. Goes in motion. Handoff goes to Webb in the end zone. Touchdown. 38 seconds to go in the ball game. So
how
there
big
we
is
go.
That catch and throw by Delaney?
You can't get any better than that right there. In a 4th and 18, brings the ball all the way down, and we have a 1-yard touchdown. Max scoring recap there was about 9 plays. Started at their own 30-yard line, so they went 70 yards on that drive. Again, 37 seconds left to go in the ball game.
Hey,
now
folks,
the Wolves
I'm telling you right now, win or lose, this is fun. This is what football's all about. Win or lose. Of course, I want to win. We're going to let you guys watch it.
So here we go. 2-point conversion to tie the game with 37 seconds to win in the game. Okay, looks like we've got some. Let's see what they're calling here. Looks like they're marking off yardage against the Wolves. They're going to call illegal motion, I believe. So they're going to move the ball back 5 yards. The Wolves looking to convert on the 2-point conversion to tie the game with 37 seconds left to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 20-18. The Wolves answer on a 70-yard touchdown. So again, 20-18. The Wolves going for 2 with 37 seconds left to go in this ball game. So here we go. Dulaney under center. Full house wishbone lines up behind him.
Kingston calls timeout.
Kingston with the timeout. So again, one play here to tie the game. Let's see what we got. So 37 seconds left to go in the ball game. So the conversion with the penalty, where are we going to be lined up here?
They've got the.
I think we have got
I'm
it.
not
It
sure.
looks like I can't tell.
About
I don't
the
think
6-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like
possibly
they're at the
7.
6. I can't really tell from where they've got that marked. I don't think they've got it marked correctly.
I'm looking at the yard marker. The gentleman holding it. It looks like
he's at
10,
about
9, 8, between 8 and 7
I'd
somewhere.
say 7 is what it looks like. If he is accurate.
I mean,
in what
5
he's
yards
marking.
from the
Yeah.
point after try is going to
Sure.
be 7.5 or so.
So he's probably coming from the 8-yard line. The conversion, Wolves need the conversion to tie the game with 37 seconds to go. Dulaney's going to be under center, full house wishbone here. About 7.5, 8 yards from the end zone. Dulaney looks to pass. He's going to let the ball go.
Oh, they're not going to call that the bump.
It looked like he was interfered with, but they're
yeah.
not going to call it. Again, the incompletion is the comp is no good. Pass is incomplete. The defender got there a little early, but it was close enough that they are not going to throw the flag on that.
Yeah, I mean, the definition of interference is contact before the ball gets there, and I believe we had that, but not going to get that tonight, folks.
Coaches are chasing the official down the field to talk to him, but again, they're not going to get that call. And with that, we're going to looks like we're about to kick the ball.
Yeah,
onside.
and you know what we're going to do? Yeah, everybody get the onside ball out.
So here it comes. 37 seconds to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 20-18. Again, the district opener for both teams.
We gave it a ride down there with that 2-point try, just out route.
Hey, nice job by the offense. So the offense struggled most of the game, able to put together a nice drive there, go 70 yards, get the touchdown, give themselves an opportunity for the 2-point conversion. Penalty kind of hurt us there. Had to move us back a little bit.
We got the benefit of some penalties, and we kind of, Kingston gave us some, and I still don't like them. Don't like the runoff on the clock.
No. We'll see if it makes any difference here if we get the onside kick.
Yep.
I know if we do get it, we'll want that 13 seconds back.
That's correct.
So again, 20-18, 37 seconds to go in the ball game. So the Wolves in an obvious onside kick situation here. Every time I see the onside kick, I think back to the Millwood State Championship game, obviously.
So
Parker to kick onsides here.
Yep, get the bounce.
Here it is. Boom, good bounce. Got to hit his hands.
We got
the ball back right there.
So 37 seconds, and Davis Wolves have the football.
Yep. So nice
and
job.
And now tell me
time.
about those. Talk to me about those.
Where's
seconds
those 13 seconds we wanted back right now? So again, needed the onside kick, got the onside kick. Now we need to go about, looks like about 53 yards.
52 yards for.
So it is going to be Davis ball again, though.
You don't think we can go about 5, 10, 15, 20 yards and kick a field goal?
We could. That is true. I haven't thought. It's going to take more than
it's going to take more than about it's going to take more than about 20 yards to get down there close, folks. But,
we're going to need to go about 30 yards minimum.
I'm not picky. We're going to.
Let's see what we can do. 37 seconds to go.
We're going back to number 31. Same play that we scored on. Go get the football, young man.
Okay.
Are we not going to get him?
That time again.
Yeah, had two guys over there.
I thought there was less interference there than on the two-point conversion play. No call there.
Yeah, they just kind of went up and back down there.
So, again, good job by Dulaney kind of fighting for that ball. A little bit underthrown there, kind of hung up in the air a little bit there.
Yeah. Well, I want to give them that look and then hook something back the other way and let Dulaney just haul off and chunk it because they are not rushing him as much now. They've kind of
that rush is kind of slowed down as they've got tired. So second and 10, still 31 seconds.
So
going
maybe
the ball
get
game.
Tomlinson going out the other way or a wing going the other direction. Somebody going opposite. Oh, here everybody comes. You got a block.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that one did a little play action there, unable to drop for the sack. 22 seconds, that clock continues to tick.
Yeah.
We were trying to line up on the ball, 18-17. Going to spike the ball and stop the clock with 13 seconds to go. They lost some yardage, though. We are back on our own about 41-yard line.
Yeah.
So, again, 13 seconds to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 20-18. The Wolves make a 70-yard drive to draw within two, then kick onside, get the onside kick. Unfortunately,
had the offsides penalty to move us back for the 2-point try. Boy, I tell you what, folks, this game's been odd, but oddly entertaining.
It has been oddly entertaining, but an entertaining game just the same.
Hey, this beats Singing in the Rain last week.
That's exactly right. So Dulaney back under center in the flexbone formation.
And somebody right down the middle of the field.
Quick pitch goes to Parker. Parker looking to throw the ball downfield, and he's going to get it off. I don't know if we lost it in the air. The receiver did not seem to adjust to the ball. It was Parker had to get rid of it a little bit earlier than he wanted to.
Diego, come on, son.
6 seconds to go in the ball game.
We're throwing the ball deep.
Looks like they're talking to that young man right there. Like I said, I don't know if he saw the ball come off the hand. I don't know if he saw it up in the air. So
yeah.
So now here we go. Here comes the jump ball.
Yeah.
So again, 6 seconds to go in the ball game. Kingston currently leading 20-18. The Wolves with the ball at the 40. Looks like about their own 44-yard line.
On defense.
Yeah. Oh, that was, I didn't realize that was fourth down. I missed that. Okay. Yep, so that will be ball game there. Yep, I didn't realize that was fourth on there. So, again, ball game, 20-18. Kingston's able to kind of pull this one out after some late heroics from the Wolves. Again, lot to build off of this week, a lot to like, a lot that we don't like as well. But, overall, those kids played with a lot of heart tonight.
Yeah, I guarantee there's not going to be any of them that aren't, wore out and sore and passed out, before they get home. Did see a lot of stuff we liked. There's still a lot of stuff to correct. Playing possibly a top 10 team here in Kingston at their place. And fought through a frustrating first half offensively. Defense stepped up multiple times on fourth down. We defended, some in the pass. We found a little bit of a pass rush tonight when we needed it. Just a lot of true grit here from the Wolves tonight at Kingston. At times it looked like, this one could go either way. We were just kind of behind the 8 ball the whole time. We'd get a little bit of momentum, and then we'd lose it. So I guarantee you, I'd much rather be at this game than that, game last week, sitting there for 2 hours in the press box waiting for the officials to make it official and call that ball game. No, this was a little bit of it's a tough one.
Before we get off here, one thing that I'd like to hear is, The Jones Jeweler sideline report. You know, we had a gentleman that was down there, and at the end of the game, I'm just kind of curious, you know, kind of what their thoughts were, what they saw down there.
And that does give us an opportunity to say thanks to all of our sponsors. Mike Hellick Chevrolet,
we
Mac
don't do
Trailer,
that enough.
Jones Jewelry,
PT Central.
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
all those guys, they make it. They make the how go. So if we could, let's go down to our sideline reporter for just a second. Who do we have on the sideline this evening?
Oh, right now it's me.
Right.
All right, Jared.
Jared Moore. So, Jared, tell me, you were, you know, we were in the crowd. You were right there, almost in the student section. Tell us kind of what was going on down there. Was everybody going crazy, or?
Honestly, it's the loudest that I've seen it. You know, since I've been here, it's my second year. Everybody was into it. Yeah, it didn't go the way we wanted it to at the end, but the whole crowd was into it. It's the loudest I've seen it, and I know that's the way it used to be, and so it was really cool to see that. They played hard.
So a lot of heroics were really shown by the Wolves this evening. Came up short, but again, you know, I think there's a lot to build off of for this game.
And you know, the whole team as a whole played really well. But, you know, the block punt by Drew Parks.
Yeah, that ultimately took him out of the game.
Yeah, it took him out of the game. But I mean, he was playing hard, going hard. Colton McGahe's catch. In the first quarter, Diego Moore should not have punted out of the end zone.
Yeah, 50-yard punt.
And it was a great punt. So, I mean, these are all things that, they're things that they can fix. But as a whole, it was a great game and a great effort by the Wolves, I thought.
So it doesn't get any easier
I
for the
agree.
Wolves.
I'm going to give you a couple of names here real quick, Brad.
Okay,
I mean,
go ahead.
Like I said, we highlighted the punt by Diego Moore out of the end zone. Lathan Dickinson, you know, continues to impress offensively and defensively. Both Parkers. You know, Colin Delaney, this is basically his first start. I mean, you know, last week he had a quarter, you know, so he's got, you know, some game experience now against a tough team. I mean, we didn't give that kid much to work with not throwing the ball. He had guys hanging all over him.
And to give the Wolves the chance right there at the end, the fumble recovery. Recovery by Tough Hammonds.
Yes, absolutely.
Justin Ross had a heck of a game. Can't forget him this evening. Again,
Cooper Webb, you know, who's stopping that guy from, 2 yards out?
And on defense, they were hitting. They were wrapping up. I mean, they looked good.
And, folks, this Kingston team is pretty dadgum good. I'm telling you, that linebacking crew they had across the, behind the line there, coming every play.
And even though we had the short game last week, it was I think that was a building block. That was a good stepping stone because you hung with a hard team for an entire quarter, about to drive it in, then we get rained out. So
was able to take out maybe a little bit of frustration. I don't know. The first half of this one was just odd to me. I mean, we could really get anything going offensively.
First half was ugly offensively, but we started to move the ball pretty well there in the second half again.
And give Kingston credit. I mean, they were taking that, a lot of stuff away.
Sure they were.
We were moving the tight end to the strong side, and they're walking up a safety. So they're taking us, man for man there. So
and they said, hey, you're going to have to beat us if you're going to run the ball at us. And again, when we started having a little success there is when we started putting the ball up a little bit.
We got Delaney a little bit of time to throw, and we made a connection there. So crazy game. I mean, emotional game. First half was kind of odd and kind of, we weren't sure where we stood. And then, boy, that second half sure did go by fast for me.
It went really quickly.
So for the Wolves next week at home for homecoming, we've got Lindsay. So it doesn't get any easier. Again, we talked about the Murderers Row that were the first 5 games of the season, and again that has held pretty true. Again, I know the Wolves would have liked to have come out with a win in this game, but again they've got a lot of good momentum that they were able to build, and I expect to see kind of build off of that next week.
Yeah, and, I mean, these coaches are getting put in these, big-time, big-game situations here early. This is stressful for everybody, folks. I mean, those are 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids out there, playing this game that lets us all come out and watch and enjoy and live vicariously through and lets me get mad and get happy and get excited and run the gamut of emotions and get loud and release some of that stress from your normal 9 to 5. And I just want to tell all the coaches and parents and players and band members and, of course, everyone here at the How much I appreciate all the effort that they put in every week to let the folks at home and us here enjoy this great game of football.
Thanks to about the 167 people we had watching online tonight. We got homecoming next week, so, good momentum going into that. I'm with Dustin. I mean, everybody, those guys worked their tails off tonight.
So with the 20-18 loss, the Wolves moved to 0-3 on the year, 0-1 in district. They will rebound this week, again at home against the Lindsay Leopards in homecoming. Again, we want to take just a minute to say thank you to all of our sponsors and also our statistician. Again, we couldn't do this without Boyd Fulton. I know you're out there. He listens.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without him. He always provides lots of great historical information that we use throughout the broadcast. Again, this was the Ground and Pound Wishbone Show. Brad Bentley and Dustin Johnson. And I've got to say thank you to the Howell Group. Again,
Bobby Alexander,
Jared Morris producing. We will see you again next Friday, or I believe it's Friday, next Friday at homecoming at Wolf Field. Again, go Wolves. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.